Sports to the bone family, what's up? What's up? How are you guys doing? A blessed evening to you all. What do you say? 6 o'clock on the dot. Yeah, man. I hope you guys are doing okay. I am here. I am still here. You know, not the best of moods, but I am still here. Was watching some football today, and things didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to. So I am here nonetheless. I'm definitely going to be talking a little bit. So hopefully you guys will come on early. Well, I see 4 persons, and I see Sheldon and a couple more guys in the chat, in the comment section already. But for the other persons that are usually on, I'm hoping that you guys will come on pretty soon. Because let me tell you from now, I'm not going to go 4 or 5 hours with you guys tonight. Well, yeah, man, we have quite a couple of things to talk about. We're going to take a look at the IPL. We see a couple of West Indies players over there exploding. We're going to be talking about the IPL, as I said. We're going to be talking about CWI and their training camp that they have going on. So we're going to probably take a look at a video that I did earlier this morning where Sir Viv Richards was saying that pitches, he believes that pitches should be prepared to home team should prepare pitches in a way that they gain an advantage once it is in the confines of the law. You guys who listen to the video would have heard my viewpoint on that this morning. I am also open to listening to what you have to say as relates to that. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Pakistan. Pakistan actually got the better of Australia in their ODI series, and we also probably going to be looking at the World Cup. I have the groups here with me, so I'm going to be going through them just the same. And if we have any track and field fans on here, I think next week the Boys and Girls Championship will start in Jamaica. As you know, I am not there, so I won't be able to give you well, you can't say ball by ball coverage is in cricket, eh? I won't be able to give you coverage right throughout, because of where I am now. But yeah, we have a few things to talk about, man. But welcome, guys. Welcome. Thanks for being here. As I said, we have 16 persons on currently. I am going to just go straight into it. So those who come on maybe an hour later, hour and a half later, don't know it will work for them, because we're going straight into it. So Sheldon said, good evening all. All right, Sachin starts off by saying, Hetty right now. You can't keep a good man down. When he smile, they always want me to frown. Just one of those days. Yeah, man, that is the song that Pollard had delivered when we won a game there. Chris 87 said, big up Sheldon, yeah. Good evening, everyone. Says, all right, peace and blessings. All right, Sheldon say, yeah, right now you are at the happiest, you are the happiest man alive. Pakistan versus Australia ODI series, pretty interesting. It 1-1, you sure it's 1-1? And so why am I thinking that the series finished 2-1? I actually did a video saying that, you sure? So why am I thinking that the series actually finished 2-1? Jesus. So that means I'm giving out wrong information. I'm almost certain if series finished 2-1, man. Yeah, Jaden said good evening, sports to the bone. Oh, so Sachin said 2-1 Pakistan. Yeah, man, I'm almost certain that's how it finished. Yeah, Chelsea lost 4-1 today. Yeah, man. Christian Eriksen got a goal for Brentford. Yeah. Gentle Fist perform for IPL and can't perform for West Indies. Who is that now? Is that it, my Pollard, or who is that? Who is that? Yeah, man. Yeah, Frank. Blessings. Douglas said, good evening, sports in the bone. Haiti and fire. Yeah, man. Yeah, Gentle Fist said the last 2-1. All right. Because I'm almost certain that's not what I saw. Yeah. Okay. All right. Say good night, sports to the bone. What do you see winning the women? Who do you see winning the Women's World Cup tonight between Australia and England? The semi-final. I think Australia look good, Australia look good. I am not going to say England don't look good, but Australia look good, man. Australia look good, so probably tipping my hat in Australia's favor right now. Douglas said Babar Azam won man of the series. Yeah, he actually got 105 to in the third game. Douglas, he got 105, and All Hack I think got 89 if I'm not mistaken. And the next opener, Zaman, I think he got 17. Could have been 17. Yeah, man. But they won, man. They won the series. Sachin says no surprises. Hetmeyer has the most runs in the IPL for West Indies batsmen, and Lewis is the close second with two less runs, and continue his trend. Puran is at the bottom with 0. Why? I hope Puran can get out of that slump, man. Definitely hope him can get out of that slump. Rough, man. Jaden says, Sports to the Bone, what is West Indies upcoming series? Wait, uh, we went through them the other day. So many of them. I think Bangladesh might be next. I think Bangladesh might be next. Gentlemen say Australia will make 300. All right, I think it's in the game against England. Oh, from all right. Andre Rossi is the definition of franchise bully. Right now, he couldn't score a league in the World Cup, but the IPL beats again. Yeah, I want to tell you still, what's that now? Supernova. Supernova, I was actually looking at the game and I couldn't believe that Russell scored 70. I was happy for him. I was happy that he was able to get going. But it's really been a while since I would have seen Russell score so much runs. I am going to be honest. It's been a while. I was surprised. Frank said, Hetty versus Pollard in the IPL today. Yeah, man. Yeah, we were talking about it a little earlier. I probably didn't realize that the Pakistan versus Australia series is done. Yeah, Lovens, it's finished. And funny enough, I didn't actually watch the games. I was just following the series. So, I saw that it finished. Gentlefish say, is Bangladesh West Indies series confirmed and when will it start? Somebody remind me, please. Yeah, man, we're going to be playing Bangladesh, man. And Russell is a team by himself. Yeah, I say. Russell can pass 20 for West Indies. That's the thing, that you see, we want some of these sort of performances when these guys come back to the international level. Douglas, I believe Puran will come good. I believe so too, and I hope so. And there's a lot more pressure on him now because he went for a lot of money, and they are building. Well, I don't want to say they're building the team around him, but a lot is being banked on him. So he's definitely going to have to come good. All right. Douglas say, okay, same commentary. Levin say, good young Indian batsman dominating the IPL this far. Yeah. I had figured that Ishan Kishan was going to do well, and he's doing okay. Sheldon Smith say Russell Olane. Russell took Smith for 30. Yeah, Smith has been very, very expensive. As I would have indicated in all the videos that I would have done on his team. I think he has played 2 games so far, and he first game he got I think 20 something off 13 deliveries. The other night he got 9 off 12, but his overs are way, way too expensive. So as you rightly point out, Sheldon, what's his name? Odin Smith definitely needs to get himself sorted out. He needs more control. The pace is good, but he definitely needs more control, and that is something that we're always worried about where he's concerned. Yeah, along with West Indies players are only Pollard and Puran yet to really do well. Yeah, yeah, those two, and I think Holder hasn't played as yet. Holder, McCoy, and those guys, they haven't played as yet. I saw Rutherford in one game. He didn't look too bad at all. Yeah, Nelson, big up, big up. Gentlefish say want Smith to light up the place. Yeah, man, want him to do some work, man. But his team is always going to expect him to bowl 4 overs, so it's not a good look when he bowls 2 and they have to pull him. Sports to the Bone. Who do you think will be the upcoming T20 World? Sports to the Bone. Who do you think will be in the upcoming T20 World Cup? Odin Smith or Russell? I don't know if it's a 2-way deadlock where both of them are concerned, but I mean the different franchise, the IPL is going to have a lot to do with it. IPL is definitely going to have a lot to do with it, and you know the other games. I don't know if it's going to be a two-way deadlock between both of them, but it depends on the performances that they will put out. You know, I don't know. I don't know if Russell just walk back in the West Indies team now based on recent things, where we would have said he's not available, and then by the look he's playing franchise cricket here, there, and everywhere. I think we need to. I think we need to move past those things where people think they're automatic pick. You know, because I don't know where I'm on. Sports and Bone, since the Reggae Boys couldn't win, I think, in the World Cup qualifying, who are you backing as the dark horses for the World Cup? Funny enough, I wanted Jamaica to qualify, but it's not like I was even backing them. I support Argentina. I am a big fan of France also because, you know, a couple of Manchester United players, you know, are actually there. But this is a this is a last chance for Belgium to probably nip it with the so-called golden generation. You know, they have the Lukaku, they have the Kevin De Bruyne. You know, well, Hazard is injured now. They have a whole lot of talented players. So, but I don't want to say they are chokers when it comes down to the big thing. You know, but dark horse would probably mean a team that is unlikely to win but comes through, or somebody that you're not betting on. I don't want to say it is coming home, but England stands a chance. Right now, you see, because I watch so much club football, I know there are a lot of good teams out there, man. But if you're going to look at dark horse, you know, I don't think anybody have Argentina. I don't think anybody have my team to win it. Nobody have my team to win it. So I'm going to go with my team. Or Belgium. Puran has form. He was just unfortunate. 0 of 10 balls, says Frank. Hetmeyer taking Pollard for 24 in an over is way more impressive than Russell taking Smith for 30. If you look at it from the grand scheme of things, you would have to say that Pollard is more of an experienced campaigner. Is usually more economical. Plus, Russell is more of a dominant force. Don't want anybody to think I'm leading towards the Jamaican side now, because I know some people think, but I have a lot of respect for Pollard, and usually you don't get Pollard away for so much. But Smith definitely need to work on his game, because not all the time you are going to be able to go guns blazing with the bat. And if you are that quick, teams going to want to bowl. So, you know, you need to get himself started. Lovin say, what do you make of Rahman Powell 20 off 12 balls? You should have won the game today. You know, I didn't see that game, you know. I didn't see the game. I didn't even remember that's the team that Rahman plays for. I was actually watching football. Maybe I was watching football in that time. I'm not sure what time that game played, but it's a possibility that I was watching the Manchester United game at that time. Jaden's Sachin said, Jaden, it's Shepherd, not Russell, or Odin. Oh, depends on. I know the performance. Sanjo Samson underrated. No, Sanjo Samson is a good player in a Douglas. Why do you think that the entrusted captain see in him and all of that? Sanjo Samson is a good player. Very, very good player. Sheldon, Russell is no longer fit enough to bowl 4 overs. If he plays for West Indies, will be as a batsman who bowls death overs sometimes. And can I trust him to do that? Can I trust him to come and as a specialist batsman and then bowl some overs for me? I don't know if we have seen enough from him in recent times to say that, all right, he makes the team right now as a specialist batsman. This is not me knocking him, but I want the best possible 6 batsmen in my team. Even though I know West Indies have a thing to love pick off and half cricketers. Jaden says, Sports to the Bone, do you see Sunil Narayan playing for West Indies again? In my opinion, I'm not sure if we're going to see him again. Do I want him to? I definitely would want him to. But there are certain requirements that a man needs to fulfill in order to play for us. And you know, some people don't want to bowl in the international cricket that is not heavily that is heavily governed by ICC. So we know that already, but it's really painful to watch franchise cricket and see Sunil Narayan bowling 4 overs for 17 runs, 4 overs for 23 runs, 4 overs for 20 runs. And when it's time for West Indies, we don't have him to do that. It's really painful, but I can't really see him playing again for us. Talk Verma, my player 61 of 33, was that youngster extremely talented. I didn't see his knock. Well, I saw flashes of it. As I said, I was in and out of the game, but he looks good. He looks good. Definitely looks good. There are a lot of talented youngsters coming through, no man. A lot of talented youngsters coming through. Lovens said Belgium ranked #1. Yeah, Belgium probably ranked #1 because on the international scene, they are always outside of competition. They are always doing their thing, doing their thing. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't know if I would have them as high favorites going into the World Cup. You understand that? But if they make this golden generation pass and they don't win, it's going to be too bad. But you have certain teams. I don't know if it's going to be easy for France to do the double, but they have a very, very good unit. Very good unit. Argentina, they haven't lost any game in a good while. Brazil also looking good, and thing. A couple teams coming through, man. Notice when Belgium was at it, this is because of Eden Hazard, but no, he's not in form. Yeah, I mean, Belgium, they're still performing, they're still performing. And was it the 2018 World Cup? You could probably say Eden Hazard was the best. You could say that. I'm trying to remember if that was the semi-final. Was that the semi-final between Belgium and France? And France were able to beat Belgium. I don't remember clearly, but Eden Hazard was a cut above the rest, man. He was a cut above the rest. But I am a die-hearted Manchester United fan, just to stray from the cricket a little bit. And I can tell you there are two players that I grieve every day that leave the Premier League. I understand, and that is Eden Hazard and soon tell you the next name, but Eden Hazard. I am so sorry that man left the Premier League. Shouldn't have never left it. Sports to the bone, Babar Azam has over 4,270 runs in only 86 matches at an average of near 16 ODI. Where can he finish all time in that format? Funny enough, I was actually looking at it today because they're sending out a lot of praises for him and talking about him a lot and things. And Babar Azam, he's real good. Let's just put it this way. He's real good. I think he's the fastest to 15 ODI century. I think before him, prior to him, it was Hashim Amla. Don't quote me, guys, but Hashim Amla, I think, took 86 innings, and I think Babar Azam took 83 to get there. So if he continues like this, let's just say his records will be something to behold in the next 10 years if he continues like this. But he's probably the best all-round batsman right now. If you're going to look at T20, ODI, and Test cricket, probably. It's a possibility that I could be reaching now, but off the top of my head, Babar Azam could probably be the best. If you're going to look at somebody across all three formats right now, it's a possibility. I could be wrong. Lovin say Hazard, Anga knows how to get past players. You see, Hazard, this is something that I would have explained previous. You see, certain things when your body is not in the shape that you used to do, certain agility that you used to have, it's not there anymore. And well, it's such a sad situation to talk about Hazard, man. I really like him as a player. Hetty talk, taking Pollard for 24 more impressive than, I think I read that one already, Sashi. All right, Mr. Lover in the house. Sheldon, only 21 runs come off the bat. All right, 25 came off the body. Still, all right. Sports to the bone. Lewis played a brilliant knock on Thursday too. Plus he batted out of place. Yeah, man, Crick Lover. I actually did a video talking about it. Evan Lewis. I watched it. I think he came in at number 4. If I'm not mistaken, he got 55. I did a video about it, but I don't remember. I think he got 55. He batted at number 4, I think. Yeah, it was really impressive. Yes, Lewis came in at number 4 and absolutely smashed 55-23 balls. Yeah, man. I did a video on it I think it was the same day I did a video on it. Evan Lewis is a player that I really like, you know. He's not a talkative guy. He just goes out there and get the business done. He's not into the hype and the jumping up and down on social media. That man just go out there and get the job done. Lewis batting at 3 for his franchise is very interesting. I think he came in at 4. Gentlefish said it was France 1, Belgium 0. Yeah, I think it was something like that. Yeah, team they just have some good players. Yeah, you could say that. You could say that, but the thing is, you know, the thing is, a lot of international teams they have good players. So every country get the same basically the same amount of time to prepare. So it is for them to turn those good players into a team, and they have players in good position right across. So it is just like we have other teams that countries that turn their good players into a team. It is just for them to do it. You know. All right, Lennox. Session say Lennox, if we are playing Puran at 3 in West Indies and if Cole plays and he bats at 4, do you think we can bat Hetty at 5 as a finisher? You see, funny enough, Sachin, I don't like the idea of Hetmyer batting as a finisher. You know, Hetmyer is the thing is that Powell is in form for West Indies and he got some runs recently. So apparently he's batting at 4, you know, and so Hetmyer would maybe come at 5. Ideally, if Puran going to continue batting at 3, I like to see Hetmyer batting at 4. You know, it's just that Powell is in some form now. These guys are too talented to come and play for West Indies and talking more finishers. These guys need to bat 15 overs and set up the game for us. And then the all-rounders can come and think that. You know, and you see, the thing is this, Hetmyer and Puran, these guys are so talented. They can switch gear at any minute. They can attack very well. They can defend. They can rotate strikes. So if it comes down to that, then, you know, he could probably do that for us. But based on what I want my West Indies team to look like, I want Puran and Hetmyer batting 15 overs between them. That is what. I don't necessarily mean they should be at the wicket at the same time batting all 15 overs. But if Puran bats at 3, I want Puran batting a good chunk and Hetmyer batting a good chunk. You know, but if we're going to persist with Powell there, then, you know, that could be something to work with. Yeah, Sheldon, good night. Sports to the bone. I have Argentina winning the FIFA World Cup. Who do you have? Well, as I said, I am an Argentina supporter. I don't know if we're gonna win it. The only reason I don't pick France to win it is because I think it's going to be very difficult to do the double, but they have a very good squad. England, as I said, I watch a lot of Premier League football, so I wouldn't mind if they could. But in all honesty, I think the English media hype some of the English players more than they should. You know, but let's just leave it at this. If Argentina wins, then I would be one of the happiest persons. Yeah. I heard an interesting statement that given the number of teams in the tournament and the number of quality openers, we will find a lot of openers batting out of place. Pandikal, Lewis are example. Yeah, I didn't hear the statement Kriklova, but it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Funny enough, Pandikal scored a lot of runs last season, right? But it definitely makes sense though. Supernova say Sachin, it is too good for a batsman to be playing as a finisher for us. That is what I'm thinking. Hetmyer proving his critics wrong. Too many fight though, happy for him. And here's the thing now, Akeem. This is it, you know. I like the reason from both sides. I am a big Hetmyer fan, as you guys would probably know by now. But I am also big on personal fitness. So I believe that making the bare minimum shouldn't be an issue. You understand? The only problem that I am having is that we would have discussed it here several times. The playing field needs to be level. If you're going to judge this man this way, don't judge the entire team this way also, where the fitness is concerned. But as I say, Hetmyer is definitely a talent, man. Nelson said Brazil is now #1. Okay, so they move ahead of Belgium. Rank change, all right? Netherlands could be a dark horse. Netherlands under the leadership of Virgil van Dijk. going with a couple players like Memphis Depay, David Blind, and a few more. Probably Netherlands should have won the World Cup in 2014 when no, it was 2014 when Germany had that team, that superb team, right? Yeah, Germany had that good team in 2014, but 2014 was also good for Netherlands, when they had people like Robin van Persie, people like Robin Schneider, and a couple more of those guys. I think that it was the right time for them to win. But as I say, they have a couple of good players. Nathan Ake, I think, and a couple more of them. Sports of the Bone, having seen United play today, is there any chance of top four? Nope, not at all, not at all, not at all. We were just like headless chickens out here, headless chicken. Right now, I think we're just waiting on the next manager. We might be getting the manager from Ajax. I don't know. Sports One can't walk for can't wait for the CPL. Finally, I can go to the final. Says Jaden. Yeah, we actually have that down to talk about. Guyana going to be hosting the next three finals, even though it's batting out of position. Yeah, he batted at four. Don't underestimate Senegal. The Africa team could be dark horse in this World Cup. I Funny enough, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind them winning it. I wouldn't mind them winning it. Sadio Mane and his guys. Portugal is winning that World Cup. Mark my words. That is the next team that I would. You see, as I said, guys, I watch a lot of club football, so I have players all over. When I look at Portugal, you have people like Ronaldo and Fernandes and those guys that play for Manchester United that I would definitely like to. Brazil is the team to beat in the World Cup. Why I say that now? Because they play two different kind of 11 and their performance was very good. Yeah, Brazil have some good players. Brazil definitely have some good players. So I wouldn't be surprised. West Indies problem right now is who bats at two. Do we bat Mayers and use him as a backup bowler? Um, opening attacking. So we would have Evan Lewis and who? We were trying with Mayers, yes, but why I don't know, if and Mayers is somebody like this, if he fires in the power play, it's definitely good for us. So we could try it. We could try it. But what I want to know, why these talented guys don't put up their hands and say, Coach, give me a chance up there, 20 over. Why one of these guys like the poor and the hit Myers? I know they're not openers, guys. I'm just throwing it out there. Why one of these guys can stick their hands up and say, give me a go. But definitely Myers could probably be somebody to do the job. The way Croatia played last World Cup, excellent. Yeah, but the difference is that the last World Cup they had a lot of people in their prime, people like Perisic, uh, Subasic. Well, I think he was goalkeeper. Madrid. A lot of the players were actually in their prime at that time. A lot of them. My ideal playing top five would be Lewis, King, Hetmeyer, Puran, and unfortunately, why unfortunately Pollard? Well, so that would be your ideal 11. All right, I hear you. If it is fitness problem, Pollard shouldn't be playing, says Gentlefist. I see Hetmeyer played more shots now. Sports of the Bone, do you think that having so many West Indies at IPL this year will give them the exposure they need to make to make a comeback the next T20 World Cup? I don't know if it's going to be I don't I don't know if it's going to really help us as it relates to making a comeback to performing, but it's really good. It's really good as regards to them. Remember, no, guys, we have always had people that perform individually for their franchise at different teams, but when they come back to West Indies, we don't get them performing as a unit. So we have more players out there now. So it might be the same situation where they perform when they come back together as a team. It's the same problem. So hopefully we can get them performing. Jaden says, Sports to the Bone, World Cup this year, cricket and football, which is more important to you? I am a diehardy cricket man, you know. I am a diehardy cricket man, in all honesty, but why I don't know. Yes, when it come on to the football, I watch a lot of football, you know, and but the cricket World Cup is way more important to me, man. The cricket World Cup is more important to me. You understand? Because as I said, I would be more closer to West Indies than I am closer to some of these other countries that I support. But it's a loaded question, not anything easy. Netherlands should have won in 2010 against Spain. In 2010, but Douglas, that 2010 Spain team was good, man. That 2010 Spain team was extremely good. But Netherlands was very good back then. Yeah, I remember the 2010 World Cup, you know. I was actually still in high school at about Gallimore there. I remember watching a couple of the games in the cafeteria at about that. You know, that was the World Cup that Diego Forlan. Yeah man, Diego Forlan for Uruguay. He scored a couple of goals well. Yeah man, Diego Forlan in 2010. That was the goal that was the World Cup final that Iniesta. I think it was Iniesta that scored that winner. Yeah, that was a good World Cup also. Yeah, that one was good. Hetmyer Ram scoop, that is one of the most unique I have seen. Funny enough, I was listening to Roddy Iswick today, and according to him, those are some of the things that they are working on. In the camp, the players playing the ramp shot, the scoop shot, the reverse sweep, and all of that. You know, they say they are working on that. So when they come back to international cricket, we will see what's going on with the West Indies camp. As I said, Brother Isuk, I heard him in an interview today, said the camp is going well. Players are doing their thing. They have the bowling machine. I'm not sure if it is called a Merley. It could be called a Merley. And it bowls different type of spins according to him. The batsmen are there. They are playing the reverse sweep. They are playing the ramp. They are playing paddle sweep, all different type of sweep shots. They are rotating strike. They are manipulating fields. So it's just for them to do that at the competitive level. But it is going well. Mayers is not opening in the World Cup squad, says Sachin. All right, it's highly unlikely, you know, but you know, researching. Night Sports to the bone, Spain for that World Cup, bro. No question. See, our next man coming and say Spain. And one thing I know about Barcelona, I have two youngsters in a midfielder from Spain. I tell you. But let us see. What you say, Spain? Don't worry yourself, guys. By the time the World Cup come around, hopefully my internet and laptop and everything will be up and running and we can watch some of the games. Jaden says, Sports in the Bone, why isn't Ravi Rampal playing for West Indies? I think Ravi Rampal, he did well in the CPL, but going into the T20 World Cup, what they wanted him to do, he didn't deliver. So I would assume that they have moved on from him for right now. I don't know if he will come again in the CPL and perform well, and they do a surprise selection, but I think based on the other bowlers that we have now coming out of the World Cup, Ravi Rampal might be in the rear view mirror right now. All right, gently say, of course, Myers could be our opener. All right, Lucknow having the Cock Lewis, Stoinis, Chimera is there any space for Holder and Myers to get a chance of playing consistently this season. Maybe Holder, because all of those guys that you called just now, you know, those guys are going to be well, it's tough, but knowing what it's only a matter of time. Mayors, they might chance it with him, but knowing Holder, it's only a matter of time before they give him a chance out there because he's tried and proven. You understand? No, 2010. Boy, I mean, I can remember a conversation when Spain beat them in the final. Oh, it was 2010. Oh, yes. I remember now. The Iniesta goal in the 80 something minute. Yeah, man, I remember now. Netherlands, yeah. I think Netherlands got a couple of couple of chances in that, you know. It's very difficult to remember that far, you know. At that time, I was probably in grade 10 at high school, you know. But I can remember, I can remember bits and pieces of it though. I want a better person to bat at 5, but I don't know who we shall play there. Well, we have a lot of people out here performing, you know, so we see the problem why Poor and Hetty can cope definitely. Better players have spin in West Indies team need them when the spinners are ready. That 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 probably is, yeah. Yeah, that would make sense, yes, but you know they usually carry on at least one spinner after the power play. So you know only if you know they're going to always get out in the power play. But that's a fair point. Nelson say Brazil team getting stronger and the bench very strong. Brazil team strong. Watch Fred in the midfield. Fred in the midfield for Brazil. Every Caribbean island should support Canada. Definitely want Canada to do well. They are a part of us. You know, I am a big fan of Alphonse Davis. You know, I love his story, or his claim to fame. But yeah, man, people in the Caribbean, when team like Canada goes through Mexico, you know, we really want those teams to do well. I am a big Mexico fan. You know, I was a very big Chicharito fan when he was at Manchester United. So you can imagine I would want him to do well. And as you can imagine, we are in the region, so we definitely want Canada to represent well. Sports to the bone, do you know if there will be a major draw for the CPL this year or the same squads from last year? I haven't heard anything. I'm not sure, no. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I, I don't want to give out any information and then I am incorrect. I'm not sure. Abracadabra, we have a magician here. Good to have you live again, Sports to the Bone. Yes, man, we are here. Cabby say, good night, Sports to the Bone hosts and fans. I wonder, is this the end of Andre Russell West Indies career? I don't hear him talking about playing for West Indies again. As I said a little earlier, it was surprising to me that he performed that well in that game. It's been a while since we have had good performances from him. But I won't be biased. I think we are at a point where people don't just walk out and walk in the team and walk back in the team as they like when it comes down to big tournaments. So I don't know if it's up to him to decide whether he plays again or not. I am going to say this. I don't think we're at a stage where people should walk out and walk in. That's what I will say. I don't see West Indies in the ODI World Cup next year. Jaden said, I don't see West Indies in the ODI World Cup next year. It will have to be a miracle. Well, yes, you don't see them in it or winning it. Gamer Boy say, yeah, Canada looking like a promising team for this year World Cup. They're looking promising. I am hoping they're going to be performing well, but it's good. So excuse me, it's definitely going to be very difficult for them to win. We definitely need to counter-attack spin. Well, they said they're working on it. Lewis Mayers, all right, Sheldon said Lewis Mayers, Puran, Hetty, Powell, Pollard, Shepard, Smith, Hussein. They said that is the team. That is the team. Yes, yeah. So a couple people out. All right, Sheldon, I hear you. I hear you. Which month the World Cup start? I want it to start again, guys. In the summer, who would be the next Dwayne Bravo for us in next World Cup? Well, that's a good question. That's a good question. One would have hoped that Obed Mackay would be playing some games right now to get to work on his skill and all of that, but can't really see it. Can't really see anybody right now, Virgin. October. Oh, I don't know if he's talking the cricket or the football. The cricket will probably start in October. Sheldon, you can't leave Holder out. Hey, Azari Joseph, Mr. Lover. Eh? Eh? Well, I don't know if Azari can make the T20 team star. Not even close, Mr. Lover says Sachin. Craig Brathwaite should be playing in the ODI West Indies, says Jaden. Where you say put him as an opener up there and make him anchor and play some shots. Hola at 10, not sure who at 11. Australia, so only one spinner. All right, Sheldon, I hear you. Obed, no Obed McCoy. It was extra time. Yeah, it was extra time. The Iniesta goal. I remember that, man. Interesting. Interesting to see who Punjab Kings drops for Johnny Bairstow. Rabada definitely playing. All right. Looks good. Livingstone offers something with the ball, and well, Odin is there all around. Yeah. Well, Rabada just came in, and I don't know if you're going to want to drop Rabada, but Johnny Bairstow definitely is an asset. I wish I was hoping that Obed Mackay could be the next Dwayne Bravo. It's definitely difficult to be the next Dwayne Bravo, but playing games will definitely give you a start. Still feel King is the man for opening my World Cup team. King, Lewis, Hetmeyer, Pooran, Powell, Pollard, Shepherd, Hola, Allen, Smith, and McCoy. All right, Emmanuel, not bad. Yeah, if Brandon King is able to keep his team up, so hold on, Hetmeyer, Pooran, Powell, Shepherd, Hola, Allen. I know it is in Australia, so you don't need a lot of spinners. So Allen is a spinner. So no Akil Hussein, Emmanuel, no Akil Hussein. That is pretty interesting. Our players need to play with more passion. West Indies that is more hungry to beat West Indies that is more hungry to beat other teams. Passion thing, Akim, you have to play Hussein. That's why I was wondering how Hussein Sports to the Bone, do you think the ICC will let USA play in the T20 World Cup in 2024? They will be hosting the World Cup with West Indies. That's a good question. They are putting together a team, and usually when you're hosting, you get an opportunity to think then about. I don't know. At the same time, you don't want to pull down the level of the cricket or the quality of the cricket. You want teams that are actually in the what you would call it the rankings to really play. But because they say money is the thing. So I could say why Ronaldo didn't play for Man United today, wasn't even in the squad. He's ill. I'm not sure what sort of illness it is, but the reports are that he's ill. Seems as if he came back from international duty with an illness. Don't know if it is. It probably could just be a little fever or something. I wonder if Azari or Drakes will get games for Gujarat. Boy, I don't know. Don't know. The good thing is that they are there in the squad, so they're probably playing in the practice in the training. Who will West Indies open with Lewis, King, or Mears? Lewis is definitely concrete right now as it relates to King and Mears, and maybe if somebody else will come, the next couple of games that they will play will probably highlight that. Quick Lover, combine. I cannot see them playing more than 3 games. Right. Where does Rahman Powell fit in the World Cup cricket team? Well, currently Rahman is batting at 4 now in the last couple of white ball games that we had. He didn't perform too bad, so he's batting at 4. So I don't know when Hetmaya and Pooran is in the team. It's probably going to be a bit weird. You might have it's going to be tough. You might see Pooran at 3, Hetmaya, maybe Rahman 4, Hetmaya 5, or vice versa. But you can't just leave out Rahman because he performed in the last international games. Gamer Boy 3 say Evan Lewis should open with Mayers. All right, so you're working with Mayers. All right. Lovin say know that it's early days, but who you think go win IPL 2022? I haven't seen all the games in all honesty, and I am not really looking at the squads. You know, when you're looking at these things, having played, most of the teams played 2 games, right? And one team probably played 3 so far, if I'm not mistaken. But when you're going to make calls like this, you have to look at the squad. How deep is the squad? Because a team might start off good and then fall back. But you know, there are a couple of teams that start off good. Rajasthan Royals start off good. KKR start off good. So you know, KKR have the know-how as it relates to winning, and Rajasthan Royals, they have a couple of power players. So I wouldn't put it past them. You know, I wouldn't put it past them at all. So let us see. Let us see. Um, as I said, I like to watch at least one game of every team before I call it. You know, you know, KKR have the know-how, so maybe them, maybe them. As I said, this is, I could change further though because I haven't really seen all of the games as yet. I like to watch each team at least once before I call it. Yeah, man, Sachin, I soon let in you guys because I know it have a tendency to act up. I just going to try and go through some of the comments and then I'll try and see if I can let you guys in. All right, fast bowling attacks very good with Lucky Ferguson and Shami. Yeah, they're not looking too bad. Marlon says Mayers and Lewis are my openers. All right, Marlon. All right. Our live say Rajasthan Royals for the win. Ian say no one coming on camera live today. Yeah, man, I soon try and let you guys in, but you know the thing giving is I'm just trying to get some comments out of the way first. This is the thing with us. We are not sticking to the specific opening pair like every team in the world. So with how you guys want to play Mayors, that mean Shepherd open and scores, he should open. I think they're trying to search, man. They're searching. Um, Brandon King is an opener, is an established opener, but you might have a man that is not an established opener that is able in a tournament. You know, we're going to play 4 games to come and give you 4 good innings, you know. But going into the World Cup, man, they're going to be fighting for the spots. Emmanuel say Hussein is good, but you guys forgot before Allen injury, he made T20 all rounder standing due to his bowling. The sister with plus a better batsman than a male. No man, you see, we would have even we would have Fabian Allen in as a lower order batsman that will give that would expect to bowl in. But if you're going to go for the out and out spinner, oh boy, I like Fabian Allen. You know, he usually try a thing with the ball, does well with the bat, does well with the bat. But for me, it is obvious. Hussein is currently my frontline spinner, but I hear you still. I hear you. Levin say KKR dangerous in a man. Can't wait for the CPL sports to the board, says Gustav. Rajasthan Royals seems a great batting side. Yeah. And Brandon King and Evan Lewis are our established opener. No other way, says Sashi. Akil at the end. Sorry. All right. Pura needs some scores now. Yeah, man, we were talking about it a little bit earlier. Sports to the bone. Would you have liked to see Joshua De Silva in the white ball camp? Sure, definitely, definitely. But for right now, it seems as if they don't have any plans to include him in any white ball team. But he wouldn't have hurt. You understand? It definitely wouldn't have hurt. I think because they know they have the likes of Poor and Shea Hope in ODI and those guys bat and keep, you know, they're working with them now. But wouldn't have hurt to have him there, you know. Sports to the bone. You always talk of having pure batsmen and bowlers in teams and not too many all-rounders. Maybe one of two Rajasthan is playing with that template and doing very well. Maybe. I don't know. As I said, I am old-fashioned, you know, guys. I am old-fashioned. I believe in people that bring a particular set of skills to the table. You come on the day, this is what you're supposed to do. and you must do this, or else you can't play. That is why I see it. My team, Delhi Capitals, is so trash this year. And Sunrise Hyderabad, not they must start off too well either. Think it's only one game they played though. Gamer Boy says Hussein should be on West Indies test side for the upcoming series versus Bangladesh later this year. I hear quite a few people saying it's time for them to try him in the red ball, yes. If it's T20, rather see Myers, all right. Myers is not an opener. I want Myers in the team, but not as an opener. How do you think Brandon King will feel? Bench and all on is playing. Yes, the thing is this, if Brandon King is able to outperform Kyle Mayers, then he has a right to feel away. But if leading up to the tournament, they tried Kyle Mayers in the spot and he's performing, then I wouldn't really business about what Brandon King feel. Because you can be an opener and the next man is a makeshift opener and outperform you. But Mayers would definitely have to prove himself in a couple of the games leading up towards the tournament. All right, I'm going to try and see if I can let in persons know. I know I might have some issues, but I'm going to try and let in a couple of you guys. All right. All right. I hear Guyana the CPL for the next 3 years. Yeah. Sports to the bone. Back to the football. I'm a Barcelona fan. How you think we are doing? 12 and beaten. I don't watch a lot of Spanish league these days, but you guys definitely have bounced back since they sacked the guy there and brought in Xavi. You guys have definitely caught up. I think you were like 12 points behind when he took over, and I'm not sure if you guys might be about 3 points off the top, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, definitely the Barcelona DNA seems to be returning. You still need to replenish the squad with a couple of players. Ousmane Dembele is performing extremely well now, but we know how fragile he is. Dani Alves is still in the squad at right back, closer to 40 than anything else. But the Barcelona, let us put it this way: the Barcelona DNA is returning. It's definitely returning. As I said, I don't watch a lot of Spanish league, Spanish football these days. But you guys are definitely doing well. Sashina, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, just give me a second. Let me try add.
Sir Ian, how are you?
I did, boy. What going on? He come off?
I think he came off because I don't think he hearing one away, so he got to come off and come on back to hear everybody.
The system in trouble since he come down to the States, boy.
Yeah.
Must be the CIA. Either that or Russia. But
American agreeing with it, you gotta go back Jamaica.
boy, and half my picture showing, I didn't even see my whole big head. At a shift, so see like this.
Yeah.
But I like to lie down when I talk and I relax this.
Yeah. Yeah,
That my
Guyana get finals for the next 3 years.
that oil and thing and kind of gold and thing, but the fellas rich are here,
yeah,
Yeah, that's all you supposed to bring down gold and thing for the boys.
yeah.
All right, I can see and hear Sir Ian clearly. Sashina there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I don't think. Can you hear me? I
Yeah,
don't
man,
think.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Also
Hey,
can hear Sir Ian.
what you hear the two best clients? Let me put it that way.
Boy, easy. I guess the issue is when I try to add other persons, it chip out. But let us try and see. Um, we covered quite a few things before you guys came on,
Yeah.
but still a couple more things to talk about. Yeah, what say you, sir Ian? What say you?
Well, I was watching the Mumbai Indians have a slow start. They didn't win a match yet,
Yeah.
but they have a history of that. They have a history of starting off very slow, and then
Mm.
sometimes they make it into the finals, like the fourth or the third team. So I really expect that they will do it because, I mean, I looked today with the issue with Pollard. And when I look at Pollard, you know what I remember? I remember
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Russell. Remember Andrew Russell faced a hole over and make one run?
Yep.
And today you see what Russell doing? So what I'm
Mm.
saying is, no matter how good and explosive a batsman you are, according to the scenario, it'll be that easy to just come in and swing. Now,
Mm.
I look at how Hetmeyer attacked Pollard. Remember Hetmeyer familiar with Pollard, and that's a mistake the captain made. He should not have put in Pollard when Hetmeyer came in because
Mm.
Hetmeyer familiar with Pollard. So he know all Pollard tricks. He know all the slow ball, all the different things. I would not, from the time Hetmeyer came in, because Pollard average was just about, I would say about 7 runs or over before that, And then
Mm.
Hetmeyer hit him about 23 or 24 runs and that over, right? And that is what put his average out of sync. And
Mm.
that was Pollard last over. I would have hold back Pollard and put
So,
somebody else to bowl at Hetmeyer.
so you say it was a bad decision, see? But a lot of players, a lot of Pollard has been in the IPL for years now, so a lot of people would know all his tricks, not just because Hitmaya plays for West Indies.
No, but I'm going to be more familiar with it and basically have more the update version to it because
Mm.
cricketers always update the bag of tricks. Like how Narayan
Mm.
update his bag. He had the ball hiding behind the back now, and he
Yeah, yeah.
change the action. He was a little off, and now he start back to get online. You see, Narayan had some good matches and so on.
Yeah.
So that everybody's kind of refined the thing, and some people just have a better idea. I think
Mm.
Hetmeyer have a good idea of what Pollard can deliver. I know how
Mm-hmm.
to read him. But Hetmeyer himself looking very slim and to me very fit.
Yeah, it looks fit.
Yeah, he look very fit. He look real slim too. So,
Mm.
so I think very soon I expect him to be playing more Test cricket and different things.
All right. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. I think we can accommodate two more persons in. It's a possibility when two more persons come on, I might not be able to hear one, but we can do it just like we had the last live.
And
So two
I'll be
more
back in a
persons I
minute.
think can come on. Yeah, yes, Sachin. Two more persons can try.
Yeah.
Yes, Sachin.
Sachin. Sachin, yeah? You cut off Sachin?
No, no, man. His thing is up there. I'm just not hearing him.
You sure? Sachin was went to do something to come back?
Yes, probably gone in the kitchen.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
So
You're back.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Go ahead.
actually, Sir Ian said that how Pollard shouldn't be bowling at Hetmeyer. I was
Hmm.
vexed that Pollard didn't have one more over to bowl at Hetmeyer. So an
You
extra over, like 2 overs to bowl at Hetmeyer.
get more licks.
Hetmeyer, Hetmeyer would have made his 50 in 2 overs.
It's true.
It,
It's
it,
true.
it was it was just a tough day. It was and that is why I was saying to Sheldon earlier in the comment section, that I'm not going to find any top class excuse for Pollard because you know this man is one of the most economical bowlers in T20 cricket. Hetty just got the better of him. Hetty got the better of him today. You understand? Because the man is generally speaking is economical. That is why when he's playing for West Indies, you always hear me saying, why Pollard don't take the ball and bowl? Why Pollard don't bowl? Because I know he's economical. And it
But
just so happened that Hetty
was
got
for
the better of him today.
he was for the first 3 overs. It's just a
Mm.
pass over when he get licks from Hetty. How we end up in that position because he got for the three, and they should not have put him to bowl against.
Mm.
Yeah, it have matchup. Cricket have matchup. You have to know who's who, right?
Yeah.
You can't take a man like Pollard and bowl to Hetmeyer when they have other options.
Yeah,
They
because
know each other.
if if you look at it last year, it was, I think it was an penultimate game between Chennai and Delhi Capitals, and Dhoni made the mistake to bowl Bravo at
Hmm.
Hetty in the last
Mm.
over, in the
Hmm.
19th over, and Hetty finished it off right in that same over.
Exactly.
Mm.
So Hetty familiar with his
With them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They might think because they're familiar, they know Hetty flaws, but
Mm-hmm.
they work against the other way too, where
Mm-hmm.
he familiar with them, so he know the tricks on how they will bowl the ball and so on,
Yeah,
right?
you see, it was the same thing with when Russell powered Odin Smith for 30 runs also.
Yeah, that's what that
Same
was
thing.
I saying. Smith really going for a lot of runs.
I was kind of disappointed um, with this guy today. Well, I'm not blaming him at Powell. He had a lot of pressure, but I thought he would have come through. Boy. He had that
Yeah, I
two
didn't
thing.
see that. I didn't see that one at all. I guess I was watching football at that time. I
Hey,
didn't see it.
That was rough. That was
Mm.
rough.
you can hear me,
Wait,
You
Leonard?
can hear us, Marlon?
Yes,
Marlon,
Hold on.
yes. Could you hear me on my end?
Marlon, you can hear us?
Yes, I
yeah,
hear that.
I hear him,
Yes, I can
Marlon.
hear you
You
guys.
hearing him?
Yes.
I can hear him. It's the same. It's then. All right. So let him go ahead. Let him go ahead.
I hear him.
Yeah, Marlon, he said go ahead.
I,
Well, we'll
Sachin,
Mm-hmm.
I was agreeing with you that Odin is going for a lot of runs. I mean, I think he's gone for about close to 90 runs in the 2 games. He's
About, yeah.
really taking a beating. And to be honest, I think his batting is the finished product for this level, and he will ultimately get better. But for him to really make an impact at this level, his ball need to improve. Eh,
Yeah, I think that's
when I was demolish him, I watch him bowl some long ups. He had some long ups in that first over when he went for about 30 runs or something like that. It was really poor. It, and his ball really improved for him to maximize his potential.
hmm. You heard sports what he said about Odin? Odin went
No,
for
I didn't hear. I didn't hear. I'm not hearing Marlon.
No,
Odin went for 30 runs. 30 runs and 1 over, he said. Odin, like he was dropping some short ball and thing. Long hop and
Yeah,
thing.
man. Every game Odin plays so far is he has been expensive. Every game. I think he has played 2 games, and all 2 games. I think he has played 2 games if I'm not mistaken. And he's going for a whole lot of runs. That is a problem with Odin, you know. As I am saying, he's bowling high 140s, so he's going to be expected to bowl for his team and then do a little bit of batting down the end there. But it's too expensive, man. It's too expensive.
Okay. So, but yeah, I mean, he could batter. I mean, he could hit some ball at the end and stuff. He did hit some ball at the end.
But the problem though, Sir Ian, is that they brought him in as one of the guys that go and bowl all 4 overs. So you don't want it to be a case where he bowls 2.3 overs for 35 and then or three over for 35, 2 overs for 30, and then you have to hide him and try to find somebody else. So
Odin went for 87 runs in the last 2 games he played.
You almost make a century.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We understand that he's going to give us some runs as Marlon, as I know Marlon would agree. He's going to give us some runs at the back end, but we bring it in as a one-man bowling 140 clicks. You're going wanted to bowl 4 overs. We can probably, if you are the out and out pace bowler, we maybe can do it 4 overs, 30 runs, 1 wicket or 2 wickets. But we can't do it 2 overs, 30 runs, man.
But we're talking sixes, or it was probably he wasn't bowling to the field or something. I didn't see it
It's
really.
just sixes. Is
that
Russell just
but for Ian,
is
Yeah.
that man bowl 6 ball, man, pure 6 ball.
it
Mhm.
But yeah,
but
you
not
see,
only that,
I
the
see
problem
somebody
with
earlier
Odin,
say Hitmaier cannot play Boomerang, gets out to him every time. But almost everybody gets out to Boomerang. That is the thing. Boomerang is very good when it comes on to hitting those Yorkers. It was the same thing
what
why
just
it was the same thing why Malinga was so good in the IPL. Bravo, I mean, isn't a Yorker man, but we know how deceptive he is. That's why he's on top. So Odin Smith, people not sure of pace again, you know. You have bowling machine. When you buy the bowling machine, you're going to put it at 150 clicks and train with it, practice with it. It's how skillful you are with and how accurate you are with the 150. That is the thing. You need to develop skill with the ball and accuracy.
Marlon,
Marlon was trying to say something.
Marlon was saying? Marlon.
Yeah, tell him to go ahead.
Go ahead. I ain't hearing him. Like he gone somewhere, but like,
Yeah, I ain't
Nah,
hearing.
yeah, what you saying?
So
Yeah, I
like
didn't.
the
I'm not hearing him either.
Peony Wally gone with him, I'm not hearing him.
Yeah, me not hearing him either.
Papa. I hear that baby.
Hold on, Sheldon, you there? I just added Sheldon. You guys can hear him?
Sheldon.
Yes, gentlemen. Good night.
Is the touch screen I'm on my phone
Good night, gentlemen.
as opposed to
You
my
hear me?
laptop that I'm normally on.
Seems as if Sheldon
But
and Marlon
you guys
are
can
in
hear me
some
now?
pieces. I just added both of them, but I know.
I
No,
hear him something.
we can hear both of them, but it's just
Oh,
you might have to leave
okay.
and come back again.
Oh, okay. Probably I'm still not going to hear them, but tell Sheldon probably have a good explanation for what is happening with Big Paul. Let him go ahead. Tell him to go ahead.
Sheldon. What I'm who Polly? With who? Big Paul? Who was that?
No, he's talking about what happened with Pollard in the IPL.
Oh, it was Sheldon. Well, I know, but
I
I
don't
know. Like he got off too long.
probably.
Well, yeah, since we went to the States, I don't know, boy. The system not as it used to be.
But Sir Ian,
Yeah.
Pollard had 4 balls to score 24 runs today in the last over for his team for Mumbai to win. Yes, he missed out on the first of the 4 balls, but the next 3 balls he didn't even try to hit it to say that okay, net run rate.
No, well, I mean, you remember that the thing is this that he didn't realize it's a low scores. I mean, that why I had to remind you all about what happened with Russell when Russell couldn't make one run a whole over. Coming down to the end, Russell couldn't make any runs. It has happened sometimes, you know. I mean, Pollard still makes some runs, but he just didn't make enough. You know, so
Yeah.
I don't think I could criticize him too much on that.
Yeah, I think he had 24 off 22 or something like that.
Yeah, a run a ball kind of thing, yes.
Yeah.
2012.
I still only hearing Sachin and Ian. Not sure what's happening with the others.
Yeah, well, maybe we have our credentials that are updated with the U.S. Embassy and them, you know. So we
Yeah, I am
yeah,
like a alien, you know, man. A alien. My thing now work. All right. Let me give you the IPL standing quickly. So Rajasthan Royals played 2, win 2. KKR played 3, win 2, lose 1. GT played 2.
Before you continue, every time you call the team, you could call out the West Indian who in the team if you know. Like
I wonder if I can remember all of them. I think Sachin probably remember them. Rajasthan Royals. Who play for Rajasthan Royals now?
Hetmyer and Obed McCoy.
Hetmyer, Obed. So they play 2 and they have 1, 2. KKR, we have people like Sunil Narayan, Russell, and yeah, just them. Sunil Narayan, Russell. They play 3, they won 2, right? The GT, who's the GT again?
That's a new team.
The new team, Titans.
That they good, boy.
Yeah, they play 2. They play 2 and win 2.
Yeah,
I think they're the only team without a West Indian. I'm not sure though.
That's
Yeah,
the team with Hardik Pandey as the captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. We have the Delhi Capital. We have at Delhi.
Ravman Powell alone.
Well, he played today. He got they played 2, lose 1, and win 1. The Giants LSG Giants played 2, win 1, lose 1. We have there.
Somebody just said Gujarat has Alzarian Drakes. So Rajasthan Royals got Hetty, Obed. KKR got Narayan and Russell.
Yeah,
Gujarat
GT.
got Alzarian Drakes. And who's the next
Delhi
one?
Capital.
Capitals get Ravman Powell.
Yeah.
LSG, they got
Who
Lewis and Holder.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Oh, RCB, Royal Challenge Bank. We have who we have at RCB?
Rutherford.
Rutherford. Where's Odin Smith again? Punjab?
Punjab.
All right, so RCB played 2, lose 1, win 1. Punjab Kings played 2, win 1, lose 1. And we have Odin Smith and who there?
I don't. Can't remember the other one, but I think I know Odin for sure.
Yeah. Chennai Super Kings, we have Bravo there. They would have played 2, lost both. Mumbai Indians, Pollard. Pollard and who else? You have only Pollard.
Fabian Allen.
And Fabian Allen. They played 2, lose 2. So two are the stronger teams. Two teams I usually do well, Mumbai Indians and Chennai play 2, lose 2. And the final team, Sunrise Hyderabad, they have only played 1 and they lost 1. And for Sunrise Hyderabad, we have Nicholas Puran, I think, there.
So the bottom
and the great Brian Lara. Lara might have to suit up for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could see this, but I'll put on my camera to show you a picture that I found earlier.
Yeah, man, I saw that picture.
When I saw that picture, I was like, that's one of the best pictures I've seen, like with 5 power hit, 4 youngsters and 1 big man, Pollard.
Yeah, pointers. I saw it on Facebook. But that is what it is looking like thus far. As I said, hopefully the West Indies Shepherd is at thing that Shepherd.
Sunrise.
Yeah, Sunrise and Hyderabad. So definitely want to see them coming to the forefront, But that is what it is looking like. Rajasthan Royals at the top, and KKR also up there with them.
Yeah, but there's a match just sent Puran and like they tell him just, I don't know if Lara tell the man just swing like him, man. Because the man swing at 6 balls and miss all 6. And then out or something like that. And I say, but what crazy? No, I believe they tell him go and swing. Let me tell you why. They were behind the run rate, and that was the last over for the power play. And walking and say, well, maybe he gonna make up the difference. But what was mysterious to me is a batsman like Puran, who's supposed to know cricket. From the time you get the first 2 balls and it's very wide, you kind of shift across and plan for them and swing. He was swinging and missing. It's as though you're cutting grass. Whoop, and he missing everything, And I say, and they finally get him. I want coming straight and they catch him at BW on the last ball, I think.
But you see,
it was disgusting.
The problem that Puran going to face now, and I remember I did an interview going into the IPL, and he was saying that as it relates to his talent, he backs himself going into score runs, and he's scoring runs at the international level. So it's just for him to get it right mentally. And I think that's going to be a problem where mentally is concerned, because he has struggled in the IPL and then going in as such a big money buy that they spent a lot of money. So, that pressure might be on his head again to say, boy, they invested a lot in me. I want to repay them. But as I said, I am hoping that he will get over it, especially my batsmen, the West Indian batsmen. I want him to perform. The poor and the Hetmeyers, the Powell and these younger guys, the Rutherford. I want these guys to perform, because coming out of the CPL, out of the IPL, I think we're going to have a couple of white ball tournaments, and then, but it's a World Cup. I want these guys to perform, So that's why I'm saying I'm not even really carrying any IPL team out and out. I just want these guys to perform.
But there's a problem. Sorry, let me just make this point first. There's an issue now. There's an issue where many bowlers know how to bowl this ball just at the edge to make the ball wide, but kind of wide for the batsman to hit, but not wide, but not so wide to make it an illegal.
Yeah, right at the trim line, right at the line.
Right. And that is what these batsmen have to try to conquer now, because that is where most batsmen struggling. When you bowl the ball wide enough for it to be a legal ball, but also wide enough that you're struggling to hit it. And that is what they do. Puran, even Pollard, catchy Royals to hit them balls at that distance. And that is where the challenges I realize with a lot of the West Indian players now. And these are serious, that's a problem.
Yes, I see.
Puran's last 15 innings in the IPL is duck. 3, 12, 2, 8, 32, duck. 19, duck. 9, duck, duck. 2, 22, 2.
The Korean duck boy.
Yeah, he's too talented for that, man. I mean, every player will have something like that, have a bad patch, but it's time now, man. And having made 3 consecutive half centuries against India going into the IPL, I was saying, yeah, man. His confidence is going to be up and all of that. But as I said, I'm not going to write him off. I'm not going to write him off. I just hope the pressure don't get too much because the player, if I'm not mistaken, he could have been the 4th or the 5th highest by player. I think he was the 5th most expensive player, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was him. So, and I'm not talking about his team in the overall IPL based
Yeah,
on the draft.
he was the second most expensive overseas buy.
Yeah, I think so. So we definitely need to pick it up. We'll need to pick it up because at the end of the day, these buys are good, but they can come back to haunt you. So I want him to pick it up.
I see the captain watching him and playing that for the way to like the captain.
So Lennox,
like a reality coming in place where they might have to part ways with him very soon if he don't pick up and start his new form.
so Lennox and for Ian, your thoughts on West Indies having to qualify for the next T20 World Cup?
They deserve it. They deserve it.
Well, we didn't do well last time, so we kind of didn't do well. So
That is me, I'm a West Indian. I support them, but I call it like who I see it, and that's why a lot of people go hate me. Oh, you don't want your team to go through. They deserve it. They're not playing anything.
You know how much time I get consult in your comment section because I just tell
No,
people that I'm a West Indian supporter, but I'm not a blind West Indian
let,
supporter.
let, let me tell you something. Some people.
You only come down on the batsman the other day. You tell me
Let-
batsman in a match that is 5 days long. But
You
I
see,
thought,
let me tell you something. A lot of people might believe that I am like a robot or I am like a piece of iron with no feelings. But when you're reasoning sport or you're reasoning something, you need to put emotion aside and reason it and call it based on what you see or what you understand. I might be wrong sometime because some of what I see and reason might be wrong, but them things are too obvious. West Indies deserve it. And as I said, they have people all over the world performing well, but when we come together as a team, we're not performing. So you find that people looking at the franchise performance and say, these men are good enough, these guys performing, but look at what they're doing at the international level. They don't deserve it. You understand? So hopefully they will qualify. Hopefully they will qualify. And I love nothing more than when I predict that they are not going to do well based on how they would have performed previously and then come and perform well. I love nothing more than when they prove me wrong.
Yeah.
So hopefully they do that.
it would have been unfair to the teams that deserve it because they have some other teams that deserve it. They play
Exactly.
unfair.
Man, they must stop their foolishness, man. They must stop the foolishness.
Who's the other person on?
I think Lovens is on, but I'm not. You guys are able to hear him clearly?
Yeah.
I hearing him. He just say yeah or something.
Who's that lover, Mr.
Yeah, I'm
Lover?
on. Yeah, I'm on.
Lovens, you have to speak clearly and loudly. We usually have a little bit of issue with his thing. I won't hear him, but tell him to speak. Speak loudly and clearly. Make his point so we can hear him.
Mr. Lover, speak loudly and
No, it's
clearly.
Lovens,
Oh,
not Mr. Lover.
I thought
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Lover.
I'm happy with how the series went. Craig Bradford made good amount of runs. I think he made about 349.
Yes.
Yeah,
How
right
much
about there.
Bradford? How much Bradford made? 349. He had a
About
really
300
good series.
something runs.
Yeah, he was very high up.
Yeah. So I was just happy with the performances. Blackwood make runs. Who else make runs?
Blackwood, the Silver.
So Lovin,
Yeah, the Silver made 100 in the last game.
you're satisfied with
Um,
the wickets. How you find the wickets playing?
I think only Grenada was a good pitch. I don't know what happened in Barbados. I really don't know what happened in Barbados. The pitch wasn't that good in Barbados at all.
Yeah, he said Barbados pitch
And,
was
and Antigua is normally known for slow wickets.
What you said about Barbados pitch?
he said
I don't know what
It was
wrong
okay.
over here.
No, he said he
What?
don't know what went into the people
He
them
said,
to
no,
create
I
the
thought he said
pitch.
the only good pitch was
The pitch
Grenada.
wasn't that good at all. The pitch
Oh,
wasn't good.
he's
Kimaru
still
didn't take a lot
speaking?
of wickets in the second
Yeah,
test, you know.
Yeah, loving, and sports not here in here, so we have to relay what you say to him.
Yeah.
That's why you hear us repeating.
Yeah, I said Kimaru didn't take a lot of wickets in the second test, you know.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
he
and
didn't
that's
really take, he didn't really
Lennox.
take a lot.
Mhm.
He said Kemar Roach didn't really take any wickets in Barbados, and that's where he flourishes the most.
Yeah, and you see, going into the series, if somebody had said to me that was going to happen at Barbados, I would be saying, no man, you're joking. When I saw it at Antigua, it's not that I am expecting less of Antigua, but
It's just that Barbados had this high standard with every
yeah, I could
championship.
understand with Antigua, but Barbados, good gracious man, I was disappointed. And as he said, I thought Kemar, I mean, I won't solely blame the pitch why Kemar. Other bowlers took wickets, and Kemar is not a express man. So, you would expect him to do his thing still. So I
Yeah,
won't blame the pitch for Kemar's performance. But generally speaking, that those sort of pitch will kill your bowlers, man. Those sort of pitches will kill your pace bowlers. Not no man. Mm-mm.
so the next upcoming CPL tournament, I was reading something the other day, and they
Mm-hmm.
said, well, obviously Guyana is going to be one out of the four country to host. They said it'll be Saint Lucia might be one, Saint Kitts might be one, and they're still trying to decide Trinidad, Barbados, or Jamaica.
Yo, it's an extremely good
Well,
pitch in
you
St.
see,
Lucia, you know.
it depends. Cause look, you see, it might sound away, but it going boil down to revenue. It going boil down to revenues as it relates to where they think they're going to get support from. I mean, it going to look away if you continuously give one particular country games and an next country not getting it. So somebody like a Jamaica might feel away, and maybe a Trinidad, but believe it or not, they are going to look and see where the tourists that are, where they think they can make this,
They
or this
might go
can
to Barbados for that fourth venue.
probably. But I think St. Lucia need to get some cricket.
Yeah,
I
and
think
St. Kitts definitely. I think
Yeah.
St. Kitts was their number one choice because they
there's
won.
according
They
to him.
won it last.
No, man, St.
So,
Lucia
so
need to
let,
get
let me ask
more
you a
cricket,
question.
man.
So your minister of sports powerful, Sachin, how you guys
Then,
get three consecutive?
this man, I'm telling you,
Sachin point.
no, this man is probably one of the best sportsmen that we had. This
Mm,
he puts. I'm gonna put it down this way. He puts 50% of his energy into preparing or going funds going into cricket. He'll put about 20 to 30% of that into football, and the next
mm,
20% is in other sports. But that 20% is so high that it's still a lot. Like in the space of 1 year, the first year that they had, I think his budget for the sports industry was I think one I think $1 billion. The
mm.
next year he ramped it up. He made them ramp it up to $5 billion. So our
Huh?
sports budget right now is 5 billion Guyana dollars.
Brother,
Who you talking about? Who you talking
You
about?
guys plant money over there?
Lennox, our budget this year was $538 billion.
like Guyanese dollars, you know.
Yeah,
1 million,
Guyanese dollars, but there's
1 million
still
Guyanese is 1 million TT, you know.
Yeah,
that's
my
still a
my
lot though.
my Jamaican currency is weak also. I will still not put in so much. Let,
Yeah,
let, let me say this. You see,
Sachin
it's
has
good.
them
It's
money,
good.
yeah.
I'm gonna let you continue, Sachin, but it's good because at the end of the day, cricket is a sport that going to bring in a lot of revenues in your country. So it's the right thing to put most of it in there. But my country, as you guys know, I was into sports over there before I left. And I can probably say this is me exaggerating, but zero in cricket, zero in football, zero in track and field, 100% in maybe, I don't know,
Business,
pocket.
business. Jamaica big in business. Jamaica big in entrepreneurship and business.
Yeah, they're doing something else, but I don't see the money. I don't see the money investing at all.
you see, this
Yeah.
the first year this new government came in, their budget was 200 billion Guyana dollars. Then they
Mm,
changed They ramped that up by over 120%. Now it's this year budget is $552.9 billion, and not majority, a lot of that is going towards sports. Like as we said, Providence Stadium, they got new
Mm.
equipments. We relay. They got new equipments. A lot of
You okay,
Everest.
brother?
Who me?
Brother. No, yeah, you okay?
Oh,
Mm.
Everest Cricket Ground for the World Cup, 50 over World Cup. They got equipments. They got their track relayed and everything.
Yeah, but
So
what's
this
that
guy
shit
is
not
doing
telling
good.
you? What's that shit not telling you? That oil money
So,
they find. Since they get that oil fine. Such and they make it silent everybody, you know. He ain't want to tell you is that, eh? But watch out, even that boy next door, Marudo Vex, you know, because he's saying that is Venezuelan oil, you know. So he going by the border and he vex with Guyana, you know, boy. If it wasn't for the Commonwealth,
Yeah.
you know,
Guyana gets
So, you're
right
that,
absolutely.
right now. Guyana
Mm.
gets 600 million US dollars in our revenue.
yeah,
so you see, that is the greatest thing, Sachin. You know, the money is being pumped back into the thing. So you guys can probably see tangible things that is being built and the fact that people investing and things. So I can understand why Hero CPL going try would want to do something like that. But it's definitely a good look. It's definitely a good look. With them getting all of that. So
Did they say when
One
as
CPL
minute,
you're
going to start?
Anna,
mhm.
1 minute. Lovens was trying to say something.
that's
Okay.
enough.
Did they say when CPL going to start? I think I saw something about when CPL going to start. I
It,
don't remember when.
I think it started August 30th to September 30th,
Yeah, I saw
Mhm.
something like that
or
saying,
August
yeah, okay.
24th or
Hmm.
something like that.
It's done in August. I think the last week in August.
So
Yeah,
And the series against West Indies series against Netherlands when it
it's
starts.
right after the IPL, like 2 weeks right after the IPL. We play Netherlands.
and the World Cup.
Wow.
World Cup is in October, right after CPL.
Yeah, I want it Maya part of that series. The one day series against Netherlands.
Right.
I
I
wouldn't be
want it
surprised
Maya.
if Wesley send a B team out there to Netherlands. I wouldn't be surprised because right now New Zealand got a B team in Netherlands and they're whooping them.
No, man. I want
I
a
think
strong
they played
team.
two
No,
games
man.
already.
Yeah, New Zealand already won two of those out to.
Yeah.
But Ross Taylor, I want him to make a century before he goes because this is his last international cricket game.
He's still
Yeah,
there. I am
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
certain. I
he
was
yeah. He's
retired.
almost
still
certain that
there.
he retired. Oh, he retired from Test a
No,
couple months ago.
Yeah.
he announced his retirement from cricket in the whole, but he said New Zealand he asked New Zealand cricket to be for this ODI series to be his last.
Hmm.
Right.
So and it's because
Oh.
they're playing at home. I
Hmm.
so that's why.
Oh,
He's
I wasn't
actually one
aware
of
that he
my
was
favorite.
still there. I thought he
He's
had
actually
left.
one of my favorite
So
batsmen.
I don't know if you guys saw any of the Pakistan versus Australia ODI series. I saw any of that, Sir Ian.
I
No,
saw I saw piece of the second
Pakistan
only
beat
I
Pakistan beat Australia 2-1, send them
2-1
home.
and all. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
I saw piece of the second only I it
yeah.
over
Babar Azam had a
700.
century in the final game.
Yeah. Robin
And
said
that's
he
Against
said
me with my
piece
Australia.
of
pride.
Robin said he said piece of it. Robin was talking just now. So
The second game
Oh,
was
I didn't hear.
extremely good one. The second only I between Pakistan and Australia was extremely good one.
he
High
said the second
scoring
one
game.
was extremely good. He
A
said the
lot of
second one
runs.
was extremely good. But where was that played? Where was that played?
Which one? The Pakistan series?
In
Yes,
Pakistan.
in
It's
Pakistan.
over there in Pakistan, man. Over there in Pakistan.
Lennox. Me with
Yeah.
my me with my pride say that good they lose because they didn't include Kawaji in the team.
Oh man. I don't know if I would go that far because boy, this Pakistan white ball team good enough, man.
Mm-hmm.
Good. It's good. Pakistan white ball team, good man. Very, very good. Babar Azam, as I said
Best
earlier,
batsman in the world.
I think I think the man is averaging close to 60.
Yeah, Babar Azam
50.
and Mohamed Rizwan. You just need
Yeah.
those two in one team and you're winning.
15 ODI centuries so far. I think he has the highest average overall in cricket as relates to having played. I don't want to misquote it. Having played, having scored. I don't remember. I read it
I
earlier,
think
but
he was the
let,
quickest.
let,
You said he was the
4,000
quickest to
something you did say.
yeah, you said he was the
4,000
quickest to
what you did say.
15 ODI centuries
yeah,
with
man,
82
Oh,
innings.
yeah.
a little
What
bit faster than Ashim Amla, but as it relates to his average, I think Jet overall having scored, he has the highest average of batsmen having scored. I think 4,000 runs or something like that. I don't remember, but he's definitely doing it. He's definitely doing it. He's definitely doing it.
I hear Chris Gill making a comeback.
Yes, man, fit like figure.
You ain't see him be a back posing and thing.
Yeah, I was actually reading an article, and he was saying that he's doing some work in the gym and doing some work with his personal trainer as he
Right.
wants to make a comeback in 2023. I mean, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult, but if he's able to get it, if he's able to get his body in shape and scoring, if he's able to score, then why not? We would have seen players 41, 42 perform like people like Imran
I have a
Tahir
question.
and those guys performing in the 40s. So if he's able to get back to that level, then what to tell?
I have a question.
Lovins is saying he has a question.
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
this one?
Why Chris Gayle not playing this year IPL?
You wanna know why Chris Gill not playing this IPL?
no man, he didn't list.
He didn't put himself on the list. He made himself unavailable.
Yeah, he didn't enlist.
Okay,
He's
okay.
still speaking, Sachin?
Now he finished.
Oh, Douglas is saying Australia was without Warner, Marsh, Maxwell, Smith, Cummins, Hazelwood. Yeah, they played. They played.
It's a B team, they beat.
Yeah,
Like how
I
we beat.
mean, even the third game, they had a good amount. They have players in there that you could call good players. They had Finch and Travis Head. They had what's the guy batting at three is very good.
Ben McDermott. Ben
But we beat,
McDermott.
Ben
but we
McDermott.
beat
Ben
Australia.
McDermott.
McDermott is a good player. They
We
have
beat
Marius
Australia
Lamachine.
forward. We beat Australia
I'm-
forward.
And
Yo,
But
I like
no, wait. Sir Ian, that
yo,
was a B
I
team
like
also.
that Ben McDermott guy.
it means a B team and it's not a B team against Pakistan. It's only why West Indies is a B team.
Nope. I called it. I said it's a B team.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
it wasn't the strongest team. I mean, in fairness to what Douglas is saying, these guys are all big names, out, and Pakistan had their gunners out there, but
Yeah, but that
usually when Australia feel like 11, it's still a good little 11.
that Ben McDermott guy, that guy can bat, man.
Smith says 16th century, he scored one today. I think today what? Oh, I thought today was the one that brought it to 15. Okay.
Who's that? McDermott?
No man, Babar Azam.
This guy said McDermott can bat. Come miss
Yeah, McDermott can bat, man.
He scored century in one of the games. Scored century in one of the games.
He did score a century in one of the games. I think it was the first one that he
Yeah,
scored.
the guy can bat, man. The guy is scoring runs in the big bash.
Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, but as you said, guys, these Lovens isn't speaking.
No, he's not
No, I'm
speaking.
done. I'm done.
But these players that, just to wrap up where the IPL part is concerned, these players that we have in the IPL, we just want them to perform. Once they get an opportunity, we want them to perform. Those that are not getting games, we just have to know that they are there, training in the nets, working on their game, so they are being improved. I don't want to sound disrespectful to the CWI camp and say, it's better for them to be at the IPL than the CWI camp, even if they're not playing in the IPL. But it's a competitive environment over there, even though they are not focusing on specific skill sets like what is happening in the CWI camp. I am happy that they are there. They rather the Obed McCoy, the Drakes and those guys. I'm happy that they are there. Happy that they are there. Hopefully they will get it thing there.
Yeah, but hold on, didn't get picked.
Where
Hold
is
on, no, he hasn't played as yet.
Where is he?
No, hold on a player.
Is he still in Grenada or something?
I hear you didn't get picked. You didn't get picked yet?
Oh, Jason Holland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think he has traveled to the IPL, man.
So maybe
Yeah, Jason
jet
Holder.
lag or something making Napoli.
You sure?
Well, that jet lag would be too long now.
I think
When we played the last game, when we played our last game, West
Last
Indies,
week. Wasn't it
last
last
week. Yeah, man, there is enough time for him to recover. Maybe he just didn't get in the 11. I don't know. Hold on, let me say this. Frank says a 26-year-old former youth footballer was killed in New York from Dominica, 24 of March. I think a smart and talented, skilled man, quiet person in execution of style in his Broadway, New York. Well, we're sorry to hear that, man. Very, very sorry to hear that. Very sorry to hear that. It's always sad when you lose somebody, especially when you lose them, you know, in a way that it is not natural. It's not natural causes, and I would know all about that because of what happens in Jamaica on a daily basis, where we lose a lot of people. You understand, especially youngsters. Real sad situation,
Yeah,
though.
you see, people say Hoda is in quarantine. That's why.
Oh.
I think
Okay,
that's the same reason why Maxwell isn't available for RCB as yet, and Finch isn't available either.
oh, it would make sense. Yeah, it would definitely would make sense. That would make
But
sense. Yes, that would
Finch
make
played in
sense.
the one this
That would make sense. But
against Pakistan.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
Finch is in Pakistan. I forgot about that.
I don't know if you guys have any information. I don't know if on the stream here or in the comment section. Why wasn't Gudikish Moti involved included in the camp? Somebody had asked me in one of the videos that I did under the comment section, but I honestly don't know. He's not in the IPL, right? He's not a bowl. He's not bowl. He's not
no.
Yeah,
a
no.
net bowler in the IPL.
There's
No.
three guys that upset. No, two guys that I'm upset that's not there. You have
Hmm.
Kevin Sinclair. Could be one of the best bowler. Obviously, Akil is
Hmm.
up there. You have Gurikesh Moti, and who else? What's this guy named from Trinidad? Sorry, yeah,
Still, Solosana not there.
Hussein,
not Hussein. It's another Kyrie Pierre.
Kyrie Pierre. Oh, he's on the CPL. We see some of these guys.
Exactly. Because
Yeah,
people.
Pierre not there?
Who?
regional cricketers.
Wait, I didn't hear what you said. Sorry, Ian.
Pierre, I mean, he not at the camp?
No, he's not there. Kyrie Pierre is
Who?
not there. Kyrie Pierre.
Mm-mm. That is why when I
Oh,
did the video initially, when I was doing the video, I started in the video because I wasn't sure if Goody Kishmoti was actually as a in the IPL as a net bowler,
So,
but
Sheldon. No, listen to this. Sheldon is saying the camp is for batsman and all-rounder, right? But if the camp is for batsman and all-rounder and they're trying to face spin bowlers,
so
where is
so
spin coming from?
they have a machine that they call him Merly. I guess that according to them bowls everything, but it would be nice to have a bowler there. Well, maybe that is maybe that is the reason why I say the camp is for batsmen and all rounders. Oh, so it's the first time I have heard of something like
Niles
that.
Niles Smith is not an
me too,
all-rounder.
me too.
No,
First
Nassim, it
time.
is an out and out pace bowler.
Pace bowler. Who else is there?
Um, Anderson Phillip, I think, is there.
Exactly. So
No, man, it's the first time I am hearing that. That I,
it's
I
not a
think I,
batsman and
I
all-rounder.
think I think because so many of our players claim that they are all rounder, that is why it sounds that way. But I think Anderson Phillip is there. People like couple more bowlers there, man. Nell Smith and a few more. You know,
Akil Hussein.
yeah. But it's strange though. It's strange. I don't know why, but it's strange. It's
You know,
strange.
with this COVID thing, you have a lot of restrictions and thing, and people, as you say, people could because of the time we in can't even get to fly with the country, because you had a pass test and thing to go through to get.
Hmm.
Anytime you have to
But
leave a country, you have to pass
But
test.
no man,
yeah, it
but you
only
see,
makes sense because
the thing though that I have come to understand with CWI when they are making these sort of announcements, what they would say is that say for example, they would say these four players were considered, but because of unavailability, because of personal reason or illness, they were not able to travel. You know, but they didn't say anything like that. So one is just left to assume that they were just not selected. So
No,
yeah,
no.
because
having said that, I am hoping that the camp will be beneficial. You know, I am going to be looking to see the next white ball series if these guys are really playing the different shots that they claim they are going to be playing, and if they are going to be rotating the strike as much as they say they are going to be doing, because that is how you win games.
they are mostly working on batting skills versus bowler skills.
Yeah, I mean, those are the things that they highlighted. They highlighted working on the rotation and strike, the paddle sweep, reverse sweep, and thing like that. Yes, but you know, I mean, let us see, let us see. I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from,
Right
but
now, I know
mm,
a lot of. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Akil Hussein came in, he did great,
I
and
will
he's
say
still
next time, just more ribs alone.
go against Sachin.
But she said it's okay because she realized
and
that
then one minute,
it's
Lennox. Lovin
all
says
done, you know?
Good
Yeah,
my
thing
mic is
it's
on
okay
and
on
she
there.
realized it
he's
was
talking
all
in the
done.
background.
So it's
Can
the
you mute
next
him?
day already.
Hold
Lovely, you
on,
have to mute your mic, boy. Yeah, I hardly hear you.
hold on. I'll mute him.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, think he
yeah.
should be muted now.
Right.
Yeah,
But
like I don't have a problem with it, but I know there's a lot of Guyanese since when it was the last 50 over thing where Gudakesh Moti took 18 or something wickets in that 50 over game, 50 over tournament, and
Tournament, yeah.
yeah, Aki only took about 9, but Akil came into the West Indies setup. Think
Ahead of
Guyanese,
him.
yeah, Guyanese
Yeah,
people were upset since then, but I was upset too that okay, this guy performed well, but yet you bringing in a guy that hasn't performed that well. But it turned out to be a good thing, and Akil is here performing for us though.
yeah. I remember it clearly. I remember it clearly. I think he was a top taker, wicket taker. I
Yeah,
think.
he was.
Yeah, and you know, I remember people debating it on here, but as I said, Akil Hussein came in, they gave him his chance for whatever reason ahead of him, and he's definitely performing.
For
Definitely
me,
performing.
if
So,
Akil is our white ball bowler, at
that's it.
least bring Good Case in to play red ball cricket for us.
but I don't know. It seems as if they I don't know why. It seems as if all of these spinners they just have them as white ball spinners. I don't know. Every time we
Are we
have test
even
cricket,
are we
we
even
go back for
developing
yeah
any
test cricket.
young test bowlers, test spin bowlers? Are we even developing any young test bowlers?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it is because of how lucrative it is to play T20 cricket while the players are geared towards that. But even from a CWI point of view perspective, I don't really see them trying to grab certain players and giving them a chance in the red ball. Even if they would have, we're talking about players that would have played at the regional level though.
Yeah,
No, they always go back for the same you know, the Chase, the Cornwall and the Versame Promal. And as I said, it might be a case where they think these guys are ahead of the others. But just like how we're developing young white ball players, we need to see red ball players coming up.
I can't
yeah.
come in the red ball team just now.
My problem
Yeah,
with Akil
yeah, he
jumping
was
into
touring
the
with them.
my problem with Akil jumping into the red ball team. Once again, you had guys like Gudakesh Moti who Gudakesh Moti and who I don't know who else was playing in the regional tournament and they didn't get the chance, but Akil just jumped ship right away into
Well,
the red ball team.
class is class, you know. When you, I don't understand what's going on. I mean, yes, I felt like I had to teach you. When you look at, if you're into horse racing, you know how to
Mm.
see a horse when I race sometimes, you know, when you hear the horse breed and you see the horse doing a little trot, you know that horse is a winner. Same thing with cricket, you know. You will see a man bowl and you have a good record in regional, but when you watch another bowl and you see this style and thing, you say this could be more effective. Because remember, regional is only against ourselves, you know. It's not international really where you're bowling against.
You see?
And you realize that is a different story, you know. Performing against ourselves any same as performing against them other teams, you know.
I understand that, and I respect that line of reasoning, Sir Ian, as it relates to seeing people and probably saying, all right, this man maybe wouldn't have performed as well as this man. So I think if I take him and help him out with these particular things, he will do well against an international team. Here goes the problem now. CWI, they are the same ones that say to the players, this is what you need to do to get into the team. And when a particular player is doing it, they overstep that player and bring in a next one. How do you motivate people like that? That is the problem.
Exactly.
That is the problem.
West Indies cricket don't know how to keep their players in line.
That is a problem, you know. That is the issue. I understand what you're saying, Sir Ian. Every so often, you're going to find a one player that you can say. You know, take for example, a Jalen Seals. We see that he's talented. They pull him and they say, well, he's good. We think if we take him in the camp, bring him on a couple of tours, teach him, help him to develop certain things. He might have not performed at the regional level, but based on what we see in him, he should be able to get it done. You know, I can understand the reasoning of doing it, but at the same time, how do you explain to a Raymond Reefer, to a Moti that is toiling, doing what you ask them to do to make the team? How do you,
all you must remember, and what I can tell you is that every single sport, you have those who at a higher level of understanding. And I mean, how many Ronaldo it have? How many Messi's? How many? I mean, even the great Vivian Richards just made about 30-something runs in regional and stepped straight into the test team. Right?
Yeah, man. People like Marlon Samuels and Xavier Marshall also never played a lot of regional, but we need an understanding. That is the thing in a certain year. We need an understanding. We need to know what it is. Why? We need an understanding. Us reasoning it here might they say, boy, this man look like he will eventually become a class player. So let us give him a try. But at the same time, it is there in black and white that this is how you make the team.
Everybody's saying, all right, look at this guy. Who's a spinner from Ghana? Pumal?
We have very Samuel Pumal.
Right. Did he play the last test?
The last test?
No.
Yeah, man.
He had a finger injury.
Not one spinner get picked. And
you're talking about the game that we won just now?
Yes. And when he got picked, yes, I'm not saying he didn't take wickets coming to the end, but he was not that effective. Teams not 300, almost 400, 500. Team in one set of runs. How he was so good and he could hold down some of them fellas.
No, man, but listen, the reasoning behind it now would be this. Not saying other people couldn't do it, but the reasoning behind it would be this. He was probably, he as it relates to Perman now, the reasoning would be, all right, if he wasn't able to do it, and we think he's better than the other spinners in the region, more than likely they would not have been able to do it either. Not saying other people couldn't have done it, but that would be the reasoning. If he was unable to dislodge batsmen, and we consider him to be the head right now, then the others more than likely would have not been able to dislodge the batsmen either.
I feel there are a group of people who are special, who read. You see, you can read into the style of somebody, and that style going to have longevity, and if that style going to be effective against certain type of batsmen. So sometimes when you're picking a team, specific people, especially because of the specific team that you're playing against. So when it comes to them spinners, they made the right decision. Look at Hussein, how effective Hussein was. And Hussein only came in because somebody got injured, I believe. Somebody got injured and Hussein came in, correct? And
we're not talking about the World Cup,
No, Hussein came.
It was the game the other day when they brought him in they brought him in the test the other day as a bowler to help them train, right?
Yeah.
I talking about they had some matches. How Hussein
you're talking about
on Hussein, if I remember correctly.
Lennox, can you hear me?
Go ahead and talk Sachin as to how Hussein came in recently. I try to remember.
I hear Sachin again in Ghana.
I don't know.
All right, continue, Sachin. I try to come out and come on.
Yeah. What are you talking about when Akil came into the test squad?
I'm not even sure is it test, you know. And when he came into one of those teams, I think somebody got injured or something. And he came in as a replacement. And when he came in, there was no looking back after. I think it's in the 50 over team or the, I can't remember which one. He played in the two tests recently.
No, he didn't play. He didn't play
Right, that
any.
was it. So not there before that. When
So
Jose,
when he first started playing cricket for West Indies.
yeah, when he came into the West Indies team, some there was the pick, and I think it was must be saying this guy, Puman or one of them, and he came in because somebody got injured or something, and he literally was about the best bowler in the whole series as far as the most economical. I'm not sure if it was the recent
Yeah.
2020 limited. I'm not sure which one it
No,
was.
it was when he first started playing cricket, but I don't think it was for an injury. He came in because they said he did well. This is where the controversy started. He came in because West Indies cricket said he did well in the 50 over regional games, which Moti did better than him, and that's what started the controversy in the Caribbean.
But who he replaced? I mean, before Moti and before him, that's what I'm trying to say. Before
I
Moti and before him, who was his spin on the West Indies team? 50 over.
I can't remember, was it
It was Cornwall, one of them.
or
Cornwall used to,
Chase or something?
yeah. And when that opportunity became vacant, he stepped in. I think that was Cornwall was the person they used to pick on the 50 overs team and the 2020 as his spinner. And when I think Cornwall, they didn't bother to pick Cornwall, then he stepped in as the spinner or something like that. I try to remember who are the spinners on the team besides Pumal, um, yeah, Moti. Because Moti got picked the other day as a standby or something, right?
That was in the World Cup when he got picked
All
for
right, okay,
standby.
that's the World Cup.
Someone brought up it was Bangladesh where he came in for an injured someone, but I don't know
Yeah, okay.
who injured.
But when he came in, he did well. He did really well.
Yeah,
And so that everybody say he's our best spinner as far as those type of cricket's concerned.
Mm.
To date, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
but
Lennox, Lennox, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear both of you guys.
Who was the spinner that who was the spinner before Akil Hussein take up the number one spinning role?
I
that
think
was that.
Heady Wash Jr. was playing.
Yes, that is it. Yes, that was it. It was
Yeah, Heady
war.
Wash Jr. had performed well against, I think maybe Sri Lanka, Australia. I think,
But then
wasn't it?
but then for some reason Ward stopped performing and he came in instead of
Yeah.
Ward. And after that Ward couldn't see way back on the team.
Mm.
That is the one, yeah. Because it was
And before that, they were switching between Hussein. I think before Head Wash came and started performing it well, I think they were switching between Hussein and Sinclair, I think, and then
right.
Wash came and had a run there. I think so. I think that's how it went.
I think to another of them fellas knocking on the door before
Mm.
even before even that bowler Sachin talking about um Moti is Moti.
Mm.
I think most of them fellas was knocking on the door earlier, and would have performed. I mean, a man might have a good year, but something tell me Hussein was kind of senior to him.
No,
As
but
far, yeah.
sorry, Ian. Hear me, Hussein. Moti was the
Mm-hmm.
leading wicket taker in the same year that Hussein got picked last year. And then the
Mm-hmm.
previous year after that, he was the second leading wicket taker. So it's not like
But
Aki was like over him all the time.
I know, but okay, now, that's not what you're speaking about when you talk about leader. In what type of cricket? Regional cricket?
50 over regional, yeah.
Okay, what was the standings? Okay, for instance, the last 50 regional, what was the position of Guyana? No, I don't know. How did Guyana do?
Guyana made it to the finals and they lost.
To
And
Yeah,
who?
Guyana
he
lost
didn't
in the
win it.
finals, man.
To who they lost to?
Hetmyer made a century.
Yeah, Hetmyer made a
Was it?
century.
Yeah, I think so.
Did
To
they win
who?
it or lose it?
I, I'm, I think Hetmyer made a century in the finals, but I don't remember where it went.
think
I know Barbados won the 4-day
yeah,
regional, but
Barbados.
Well, and who Trinidad came second or something in the 4-day regional or something?
yeah.
I know we were doing well, but Barbados was a little ahead or something.
Mm.
Funny how these things, there's so much cricket now that you lose check of what is what, you know.
Yeah, I can't remember all of them things.
Yes, one check. But the Ghana cricket board have been kicking up for a while. And they've been saying that they're not being treated fairly. That's actually a nice trend.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, it's not. The finals was I can't trying to
I don't remember how it went, but you know, there is all I'm saying. When it comes down to selection, we can understand. We can understand when you have one or two players that you think are good. Uh, maybe that is why somebody like a Raymond Rifa cannot get in the team. He's currently doing well. He's consistently doing well in what they ask him to do, and and he still can't get in. You know.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on with Rifa now. How is always Rifa now?
Rifa supposed to 30, no, 31, no man, 31, 32. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But
It's a name I hear for a long time. But
no, maybe you used to hear about Floyd Rifa. Yeah, Floyd Rifa and then Raymond Rifa.
Floyd Rifa is the one I know about. Because this one you're telling me about, when I hear you name Rifa, I always know Rifa was on the West Indies already. So it's Floyd was on the West Indies.
Yeah. When we had that big strike, I think they had brought in Floyd to captain the team. Floyd Rifa to captain the team at that time.
Rifa is 40. Aki Hussein is 29.
So Floyd
never. He's 24.
So this Rifa, this new one, he never was on West Indies at all as far as.
No man, I think he would have maybe some West Indies A tour, but he hasn't really. No, I doubt it.
He was captain.
No.
He played. Raymond Rifa played 5 ODI games. Young Rifa played 5 ODI games for West Indies.
Average. How we looking with the averages?
Didn't perform. I don't even have to look.
Okay, well, say no more. There you go.
But you see, this is the thing with West Indies. Rutherford played 2 games for West Indies. They said he didn't perform. That's why he's not in. That's, in my opinion, that's why he's not in the team.
That man.
Gudikesh Moti played one game for West Indies. His average was 7.1. Kevin Sinclair, 2 games, average 6 point something, and 2 wickets.
Yeah. Sinclair didn't do too badly, you know. It's just that, as I said, Walsh came in, went on a run. Hussein came in and went on a run. So it's going to be difficult to play all of them at the same time.
Is that the one who's doing the backflip? Who's that fellow who's doing the backflip?
Sinclair.
Yeah, Sinclair.
Yeah. But I ain't much for them fellas talented too bad too.
Yeah, so somebody said Rifa has run about 33.
Yeah, I think Rifa, they kind of see him as maybe over the hill in
who say Akil is 26? No man, Akil is about 29. The last time I saw Akil's age, I am almost certain he's 27 or 28. No, 28 or 29. So last time I remember checking, he was 27, and that's a while back. He's 28, 29, I am sure.
He take a 6 for 9.
Yeah, I am sure he's 28, 29, somewhere there.
And how long? But let me ask you, what is the average age of a cricketer in the sense of what age is the ideal age, and what age is the age where you could say you really reach retirement?
If you're talking about cricketers in their prime, 27 most cricketers hit their prime. When I quote the age just now, I wasn't saying he's too old enough. I'm just saying 27 is the prime age, based on what I would have heard people talk about. 27 is the prime age, man. But as it relates to leaving cricket these days, especially as a spinner, a man going up in the 36, 37 as a spinner, if he's good, if he's that good.
What age is boy left? Cricket manual.
Batting manual could have been 35. 34, 35.
Because he left just when he had a really good World Cup, eh?
Yeah, but the man didn't really like when people. He could have been 34, 35, but not everybody likes to be spoken to. You understand? So
Right.
you know, but I figured we probably could have gotten another 1 or 2 year out of him. But you know,
I like, yeah, I had a real good World Cup, boy.
yeah.
He really saved West Indies, eh?
Well, I mean, on both World Cups, he performed well in both World Cups.
Yeah. But he just died down and just got away unceremoniously, just disappeared.
Yeah, the man. He's a businessman now, singing songs and selling colognes and keeping up all sort of madness on Instagram and every sort of
Yeah, I see this swimming pool and thing. Yeah, I see this time.
thing.
That was big. They live like you know, big shot thing, you know. Yeah.
But we see even Chris Gayle we see start perform. We see Chris Gayle singing.
Yes. Chris Gilbert, the shortest song I ever hear is Licks. Is what? We go Licks down the one before the World Cup. Yeah, that is shortest song I ever hear, boy. After
I had no idea that some of the guys could even dance. I saw Pollard. I saw who else? I saw quite a few of them in the music video doing licks.
Yes, licks, and that is exactly what we get. Licks.
It was an embarrassment, man. There's a pride go it before a fall, you know.
Boy, that was terrible. That is exactly what happened. Instead of focusing on the game, they're busy singing licks for everybody. And we shell shock after, you know, here, Bravo. Bravo said, I don't know what that. Bravo said, you don't know what.
And Sports Max. I don't know what happened, no.
Boy, that was embarrassment, don't we?
Yeah, but one more thing, guys, before we hop off. I know Sachin don't watch football any at all, you know, but I know Sir Ian probably follow it a little bit. I just going to give you the group stage, the groups. Just let me take over the paper here. I know Sachin don't watch football.
Football is the last thing I watch.
I used to play football. I used to follow it and thing, but right. My team has always been since Dwight York days Manchester United.
Yeah, because we had Dwight York from your place.
Yeah.
So Sachin only cricket alone. Sachin watch, man. Sachin don't watch any other sport.
Cricket and American football.
Nah, come on, man. You watch American football for?
I hope I won't be asked to coach that here because I don't follow it up too much. All right. Yes. So the group stage, I had it written down here, but I don't know. All right, so Group A, we have Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. Group B, we have England, Iran, USA, and I think there's a spot left for either Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine in Group B. They're going to have to play some more qualifying games, I think. Group C, we have my team, Argentina, we have Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Right? Group D, we have France, Peru, and then there's a next spot for either Australia, UAE, I think Denmark, and Tanzania, I think. Group E, we have Spain and Croatia. Those teams qualified already. Then we have a spot for either New Zealand, Germany, and I think Japan. You know. All right. Group F we at now. We have Morocco, Croatia, Belgium, and Canada. Very, very good group there. Belgium, as I said, they have some good players. You know, Canada is in our region, basically, so we want them to come out of the group. And I think it's 2 teams that will advance from each group. Each group has 4 teams, and 2 will advance. All right, 2 more groups. Group G, we have Brazil, Serbia, we have Switzerland, and Cameroon. You know, Brazil is one of the favorites, plus Cameroon, African, you know, who want Cameroon to come out. Then the next group, Group H, you have Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. Very good group also. Portugal, as we know, Ronaldo, Fernandes, all of those guys. Ghana, you know, the African people, our people just the same. Then we have Uruguay. couple of players that I respect, people like Cavani and Suarez and those guys are there. South Korea, the great human son.
Once Suarez not biting people, we okay with it.
Suarez not biting again, man. Teeth them get old now. Teeth them soft. Then yeah, we have then we have South Korea, right? Not South Korea with Heung-min Son that plays for Tottenham. Yeah, so that is it. So we have winning the World Cup, sir. Yeah.
Well, that is in Qatar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Jack Warner. When I was on Jack Warner was in the dance something. Qatar, I hear the temperature is almost 40 degrees, 40 something degrees Celsius. I don't know. Is it that they're playing in the air condition them stadiums or something?
Go again.
I hear like the air condition them stadiums.
It's a possibility.
I hear that because
not sure.
it's hot enough. It didn't joke hot inside that place. But I always like Brazil. Brazil have always my team.
Lennox, Neymar is going out with a World Cup win.
Hold on, Sachin. I saw come to you. Sachin. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So I would say Brazil. I always love Brazil. And on any of the African nations.
All right. So you're supporting one of us. Brazil. They stand a good chance. You know, it's a good team. As Sachin said, Neymar probably going to try and go to the World Cup. It's a good squad, as I said. Some talented players.
France make it.
Yeah. Oh, you mean France? Yes, France is there, and France is a defending champion also.
And France have a lot of Africans too. So I like Brazil, France, or any of the African nations.
Almost 3/4 of France team make up by people from Senegal and other places.
Exactly. That's why I said back France. So, and I always loved Platini from years now. Platini is one of the most graceful, most beautiful footballers ever in the world. You ever see Platini? He used to glide like if he in the air. And then if you see it was like a work of art. I wouldn't like to. The closest thing to Platini I remember is a fellow called Latipi in Trinidad. Latipi from Trinidad. We used to play for the Portugal team. For Porto. Used to play for Porto.
Oh, Porto, FC Porto.
Right, Latipi, he was really good, but he used to remind me of Platini. So I always like Platini because Tisha, what is that for name? Tigera, this next one. France always had a real good team and plenty Africans. So Brazil, France, or any African team.
All right, sir, Ian. Yes, Sachin.
I've been watching, like reading some things, and Neymar is saying that this is gonna be his last World Cup because he can't mentally take football anymore. So I think from that he's gonna want to go out with a World Cup win. But looking at like the odds and everything, obviously Brazil's on top. People say Brazil is on top with a 5-1 chance to win the World Cup, and then is ahead of France, England, Spain, and then Argentina. But if Brazil don't win it, I've seen Argentina play it before, and my cousin is a big Argentina fan, so I wouldn't mind Argentina win it.
Yeah, that is actually my team. Argentina is my team. I don't necessarily want them to win it because I want Messi to go to the World Cup. Not necessarily that. It's just my team. You understand? And as I said, Brazil stands a very good chance. They have some good players there. Both senior players and young players coming in that are very skillful. You know, people that are good in front of goal, very good defensively. So
which team is Ronaldo on? He's on Portugal, right?
Ronaldo is Portugal. You know, Portugal is also good. They have Ronaldo, as you know. They have people like Diego Jota that scores a lot of goals for Liverpool. He's from there. They have Bruno Fernandes that is from Manchester. A whole lot of players. Some good players.
Because they have the best footballer in the world and they can never win nothing.
the problem is, they usually have one or two of the best footballers in the world, but when you look at the entire team now or the squad, it's not usually as big enough or as good enough to compete with people all with other teams. But as we speak today, Portugal have some good players. They will find a good starting 11. The guy that plays left back for Manchester City, Cancelo, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's from Portugal. If I'm not, a good amount of players they have this time around. So as we close, we see somebody say, "Sports to the bone." I am 7-year-old. My dad is 51-year-old, and we love your videos. All right, we have a little baby in the house. Yes, mom. Nice to have you. Nice to have a little baby in the house.
Sure.
Yes, Sashi.
It was only the other day I found out Ronaldo is older than Messi. Every time I look at Messi and Ronaldo, I always thought Messi was older.
Oh man, Ronaldo is a couple years older.
But
But
Ronaldo looked like he's 29.
yeah, that man is as they would say a freak of nature. That man, that's one in a million. It's just like you and I might not live to see our next Usain Bolt in our lifetime. It might be the same thing where Ronaldo and Messi is concerned. So
that other one was real hot too, That one from Brazil too.
Ronaldinho. You see, it's a trend. It's a trend. Just to talk a little bit of football before we leave. It's a trend where South American players. I don't want to say all South American players are concerned because we would have seen a couple of South American players that are dedicated. But it's a trend where a lot of the Brazilian footballers. I don't want to. Let us just put it this way. They are not the most committed when it comes on to training because of how talented they are. Ronaldinho, his career ended. Hold on, we heard some. You're going to Ian?
Pound for pound, Ronaldinho was more skillful or better than Ronaldo.
Most skillful, right? Ronaldinho, but because of the training is unprofessionalism when it comes on to training and things like that, he didn't last too long. Well, Ronaldo, he had the Brazilian Ronaldo, he had a lot of knee injuries and things like that. But a lot of these guys, when it comes on to training and partying and them things, they don't put the football first. Just the other day, we heard somebody come out and say that Neymar is probably more of a fashion guy these days, has to attend a lot of fashion business, fashion scene.
He and Hep Meyer, like they have the same kind of vibes.
People going to dress well enough, but not only the dressing. These guys, Neymar and some of these guys are like are like dedicated to fashion business, where they have to make certain. They have to turn up at certain events and things like that. So the football is not probably at the forefront when they reach certain age. So these guys are not as passionate, I guess, as before.
It's a brand. Them fellas have they're very expressive.
Exactly.
They're very flamboyant. And that's the just like Hep Meyer, you feel Hep Meyer with the fancy hairstyle and the thing. It's a flamboyancy, yeah. I mean, you can't take away that's a man style. That's his style.
Yeah, you see, I am old fashioned and all for tradition, but everybody going to have a style. You see, once your style is not taking over your game, I have no issue. Look at our Curtly Ambrose. When he was playing, he was from his playing days that he had that one tron, right?
Yes.
The locks. And it was unheard of. That was his fashion, that was his style, and it was still effective. Hetmeyer and these guys coloring their ears. Here, I don't have an issue once they are performing. When they start taking a toll, say for example, somebody like a Paul Pogba at Manchester United, you probably won't know that guy. That guy probably performs with his hairstyle more than how he performs on the field. And he's actually one of my favorite players. And it's not being disrespectful, it's just calling it what it is. So
just a bomb question before we go. This is out of nowhere. I just thought of it. Who will be, or if there will be another player to score a 400 in Test cricket?
Maybe my son. Maybe when my son is born. Probably. I'm going to have to groom him from his 1 year old. We don't see anybody batting that long again to that.
The closest was Chris Gayle.
Yeah, Chris Gayle got, Chris Gayle. You see, and that was the thing where West Indies cricket is concerned. You want somebody that is technically good enough to bat that long and also scores fast.
I feel
Chris
this
Gayle,
Silva will do it.
the Silva. Here, what is my problem? This is my issue with the Silva. If in the future they bat him a little higher and he improves and his scoring rate, but batting that low, it's not going to happen unless you will find a next Shifner and Shandapar that is batting at number 8 with him. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But if in the future, if in the future he bats up and he is able to get the run rate faster, and there's also something that I'm worried about. You know, I think it might improve, but I'm a bit worried about if we put him up the order as we speak, that tendency to always get the left foot across the line and miss the ball from time to time is an LBW candidate. A lot of people have their faults. That is something that I would want him to fix, though.
But why I said that, his next, you said his next goal is 200. You know?
I didn't hear
his,
He said in a discussion that he is looking at the 200 then. You know, when you hear him talk, he thinking beyond 100. So once you think beyond 100, I say.
After you score 100, the next place to look is 200. But here, what now? Here, coming back to your session, initial question. Here the issue with Da Silva now. He's always going to run out of partners. That is a problem. So it's going to take a while, probably take a while to see a next century from him. And he's good enough to get centuries. But because of how low his batting, he's probably going to always run out of partners.
Right, and that's for now. And when West Indies become a better team and evolve, right? Because youngster is only 23. He may bat and notch up a little later.
Yeah,
but
it's a possibility.
You give it some time. What you have to do is just rack up a whole set of nutouts.
Come on, and he has the ability. I mean, the coaches are saying that they don't want it and they're not looking at that. But I can guarantee you, if a next keeper comes along the line in the next 2 years or so, right, you know, and we don't fix this top order batting situation 2 to 3 years, and Da Silva is batting well, I can guarantee you. But ideally, the best thing would be to get him up the order if they can find a keeper that will hold his own and then bat, you know, and then bat also. But he's talented. He's definitely talented, and you know, let's see. Yes, Hashim.
the closest person I could see coming to that 400 with a quality partner at the other end is Babar Azam. Babar Azam could stay and bat with Rizwan at the other end making runs also. That's the closest person. I don't think he'll get it, but that's the closest person I see right now.
Maybe my thing is this: he doesn't bat long and hard enough. I am a big Marnus Lamashe fan. He is good. He's good enough, but he doesn't score a lot of double centuries. So as I said, probably Babar Azam is capable of scoring real quick. So he might be somebody that might that probably troubling. But what to tell? What to tell? Maybe next year. Next year we see Joe Root breaking it. What to tell?
Joe could get hot and then cool, and he could play the long distance, you know, because he know when to attack and he could play down to it. But if I give a test match was 10 days, we know Bradford would have break it for sure.
Yeah, the thing is that you see with Brian, or you see just like why I'm born and gonna hear about, Michael Holding and Andrew Roberts and Joel Gunn and those guys and Clive Lloyd and Greenwich and Yanes and Kalitaran and Sir from Warrior. It's like we're born to hear about certain things that those guys would have done. It's a strong possibility that I will live out my lifetime and somebody else will come and live and come and hear and hear about Larry and the record is still there.
How come you're a great player, Jack Callis never do
it? No man.
Callis is not wrong though.
Look where Callis bats.
You're making an excuse for the man.
No.
Look where he bats.
Sir Ian.
Sobers was all rounder too. And Sobers was
yeah.
Don't make no excuse for Callis. Callis ain't as good as you think.
Sir Ian,
yes, I am going to have to work hard, you know. You see, if somebody said to me sports to the bone, Sir Garfield Sobers is better than Callis. Or even the all-rounder from Pakistan. What's his name?
Waka Yunus or Imran Khan?
No, man, not Waka Yunus. I think he is the prime minister there now. Imran Khan.
Yeah,
If somebody says if somebody says, if,
I spoke, actually, I and American lineman spoke together some years ago.
yeah,
Yeah, right there in Trinidad when Pakistan came down and so on. Very, really nice.
big man.
Yeah, so you see, I feel, and even Dean Jones, I had a little talk with Dean Jones and so on. So international, I feel good about myself. Go ahead, by the way.
Sir Ian,
All right, so
if
I'm gonna let you make the point, Sasha. Let me just finish. If somebody said to me, Imran Khan, not Sunil Gavaskar, Imran Khan, Garfield Sobers, Jack Callis, or if somebody said Garfield Sobers, Imran Khan, Jack Callis, I might not be able to argue because those two are very good. But in my sight, probably it's because I saw Callis. I would have seen clips of the other guys, but why Callis was a beast, man. But I can understand Garfield Sobers and Imran Khan.
I saw all, and I can tell you that
Mm.
Sobers is better than Callis. I just said,
All right, I hear you. You saw them, so I probably go. I will listen to you.
I saw them. I mean, I saw them on black and white, but
Mm.
kind of old. But I saw Sobers on black and white. But come on, Sobers is at a class above the others. Don't
All
ever,
right.
don't ever lose respect for Sobers, but Jack Callis. Boy, even
Jack Callis, Jack Callis.
beat you for that.
Hmm?
Even them Australians will get extra for that. But Sachin had to say something. Let me turn off my mic. Let me hear Sachin.
Yes, Sachin.
no, I was saying, Sir Ian was saying that how you were defending Jack Callis by the position he does bat. If Joshua Da Silva can score 300 batting at 7 or 8, I would be the happiest man in the world. I would even pay somebody if Joshua Da Silva can bat at 7 and score 300.
No, Callis used to bat a little higher still. I think he batted a little higher for them.
But at 5.
Yeah, he batted a little higher.
I was
But-
very good all around there. I'm not saying that because I
But-
saw
but- Yeah, I think it seems as if we're moving away from those sort of genuine all-rounders, though.
yeah.
I mean, Ben Stokes is there, Holder is there, but when I look back, people like I haven't seen a Jack Callis or a Freddie Flintoff in a while. Those are probably the two last.
Holder.
Ian Botham. We had an Ian Botham for England. Oh my God.
Yeah, Ian Botham was before. Ian Botham was good also.
One of the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
Holder went from the number 1 test rounded to number 3. Now it's Jadeja and Ashwin on top.
Okay, I mean Ashwin has been there for a while now, up there. So he has now passed him. He's second and Jadeja is first.
Yep.
But let me ask you a question now. Let me ask both you and Sachin.
Yeah.
Most eloquent, beautiful batsman you ever see. When you watch, it's like a work of art. When you watch how they bat.
If we're gonna talk about somebody that I have, you're talking about clips are live or somebody before my time.
Somebody you saw. Somebody
It has to be a West Indian.
Could be anybody.
Let me see. Let me put this out there. Haven't seen him. I haven't seen him live. I heard that this guy was very good. I'm going to tell you who I saw that was extremely good. Let me give you who I've seen. I have Brian Lara up there. Brian Lara is there for me, in all honesty. Brian Lara is there for me. And then I saw Royal Dravid, not only because of how solid he was. I saw Royal Dravid with my own 2 eyes at Sabina Park, and the man was good.
Yes.
The man was good, extremely good.
He used to hit Yorker on the middle stump for 4.
Go again?
He used to hit Yorkers on his middle stump for 4.
Yeah, man, that was probably I saw the man live and the man was good. Brian Lara was elegant when he was full flow. It could be my Caribbean bias coming out, but I have Lara up there. The one that I did not see, but I heard was very classy would have been Lawrence Rowe. Heard he was pretty.
Oh,
he was pretty good.
He was pretty. He was pretty. He invented.
Yeah,
He invented.
didn't see him, but guy was pretty.
And he made 300 and something. He had the only reason why Lawrence Rowe kind of had a truncated career because he was allergic to grass and stuff. So he used to have a lot of illnesses. He had illness. But Lawrence was one of the most beautiful, classy batsmen. Historically, very, and I think Lawrence was a Jamaican, right?
Yeah, man, Jamaican.
Then you had Headley.
Headley, yeah, I didn't see Headley.
Yeah, Jamaica had somebody, when you look at the history of West Indies cricket, Jamaica had a big part in it. Lawrence Ruan Headley.
Ruan Kanai wasn't too bad. Kalitaran, I heard he wasn't too bad either.
Kanai was beautiful, and Roy Fredericks.
And Fredericks, yeah. Heard about Roy Fredericks. But if I, as I said, if I should, let me put it this way. Based on what I would have seen on television, it would be Brian Lara, somebody that I would have seen out of my two eyes. I mean, I saw Sangakkara, I saw Royal Dravid, Tenduka, although Tenduka played in that game in Jamaica when I saw him. But who I saw out of my two eyes where class is concerned, it's between Royal Dravid and Kumar Sangakkara. Yeah. Who I saw on television, Lara. I didn't see Lara in Jamaica. And who I heard about and would have seen on clips, it would have to be Yaga, Lawrence Rowe, based on clips that I would have seen, Lawrence Rowe for me. What say you, Sachin?
I mean, Sachin, he didn't have nobody. He find the class is the best boy.
Sachin young.
No, yeah, I'm pretty young, but for me, for people that I've seen overall in Test and white ball cricket, I'm gonna go with Mr. 360 himself, AB.
AB was good.
And then based on
class, they don't have to be big run getters per se. I talk about class. When you see
AB was pretty classy with the ball.
He was class for me.
Yeah, he was pretty classy.
Based on what like videos that I've rewatched, I'm gonna have to go with you, Lennox. I don't think anyone can get close to Lara for me. Like,
you ever see Carl Hooper at his best, brother?
Yeah, Carl Hooper. That is why they say he's one of the most underachievers. Don't want to talk down to him, but I probably should have mentioned Carl Hooper. He looks good. He looks
one
good.
Of the sweetest things you could ever see on a cover drive.
Let me tell Sachin. It's like how you see when Shea Hope is in good nick in an ODI game. That was Carl Hooper. He was extremely pretty.
Exactly. So
I kind of like how I liked how Chandrapal played. His stance was unique, and for that I was like, nah, he's not gonna get any runs. But like rewatching games and watching games, it's just the way he plays his game. I like it also.
Yeah, Chandrapal. No, I wouldn't put him in there as the most classical. But if you ask him about one of the favorites, no, Chandrapal is up there.
Batsman, yeah.
He was kind of like a Larry Gomes. I'm Mr. Dependable. He'll give an away wicket, so he will stay right to the end. And before you know it, he's on 100 and something, Chandrapal.
Yeah.
Lara make a lot of runs. He was the one at the other end.
Yeah. I think when Lara made the 400, the wicketkeeper was there. Rivel Jacobs.
Right. And I remember a battle. One end is one, the other end is Chandrapal, brother. And McGrath
was that battle against Glenn McGrath?
Yeah, and they beat him. They beat Glenn McGrath. They know Saran like the hook, eh? So they only bowling bounce and Saran only hitting for in the tail. And then
Saran like the hook, you know. Saran was a hooker.
Yeah, he was a compulsive hooker. He used to work against him, but you work for him too.
Yeah, man. Sawan was good, man. Sawan, I like him.
But then Sawan have something to do right now with the younger cricketers in Guyana or something like that.
Yeah.
He was part of the selection panel, and then Guyana's cricket board selection panel. And then West Indies picked him up, so he's no longer part of Guyana setup.
Yeah, conflict of interest, but he was working with Guyana there. That is how when I started watching West Indies cricket, Sarwan and those guys were just coming through. I think Sarwan probably made his debut in 2001, 2, 3, somewhere there.
about 2002 around there. Yeah, two.
Yeah, I think Gale came in 99, and I think Sarwan came in probably 2002, somewhere thereabout.
Yeah,
You know,
but
so
Then
those
you were I know y'all might make fun of me for this, but I only know
mm,
4 past players from Guyana that I think was good, and that I know about. That's Carl Hooper, Sarwan Chandrapal, and Alvin Kalicharan. I don't know anybody else from Guyana that
you
played
know,
before.
fall backers.
Nope. Is
yeah,
he?
you had a couple of guys, couple more guys that probably had stints here and there that
Yeah,
probably they might, they probably weren't the most outstanding, but would have done fairly okay based on my readings. Might not might not have any name. Probably those names that you call are the most ready names, but I'm almost
No.
certain there
Was
are
Sir
others.
Clive Lloyd? Was he guy? Is he Guyanese? Right?
yes.
Really, Sachin?
I
They
Lloyd
need
again.
Really? Like
Sachin.
that's what I gotta look up.
Sachin, Sachin, they need to take your Guyana citizenship from you, man. The man literally won the 75 and the 79 World Cup for us. The first 2 World Cups from Guyana. You don't know the man. They need to take your citizenship from you, man.
Sachin a disappointment too.
Another guy that I heard about
Totally
is
naughty corner.
another guy that I heard about is Lance Gibbs. I don't know if he was good.
Trinidad.
How can you? But Lance Gibbs was at one point the number one bowler in the world for years.
I think it was my dad that told me about Lance Gibbs.
How can you not know? We haven't had a spinner equal half as good as Lance Gibbs
What's
since.
Sachin?
Um,
Sachin, how old are you? 19?
Sachin is still in high school, man. Sachin is probably 18, 19.
18.
Oh, I want to apologize, Sachin, for speaking to you. I spoke. I didn't
No,
realize,
Yeah,
you're
Lance Gibbs and the other guy that died the other day. I think he's from Trinidad.
um,
Ah,
who died the
I
other
did
day?
a, I did a video about him, man. He's
Right,
spinner
right,
from
right, right,
Trinidad.
right, right, right. From the Spin Twins. The Spin Twins.
Trinidad.
Ramadan and Valentine.
Yes.
Valentine, the Spin Twins. Yeah, Ramadan died the
Yeah.
other day. So he,
So those, yeah, boy, they need to run Sachin. Boy, they need to take your citizenship, man.
West Indies had a lot to do with the changing of a lot of the rules. Not getting
Mm.
LBW on the leg side is because
With the body line bowling and all of that.
even besides the body line, even before the body line, when we had our spinners, Larry and Constantine, the Spin Twins,
Mm.
them and West Indies hold them down. They couldn't bat the balls. They couldn't really spin, and so they used to get LBW on the leg side, and they make a leg
Mm.
side rule to prevent it from you getting. So anything pitch on the leg side, they can't get LBW, but they couldn't bat them. And then with the same
Mm.
body line now, when after we were victims of the body line, we said, all right, we go deal with them. And Clive Lloyd get a team, a killer team
Yeah.
with Michael Holden, and then it was Michael Holden. Who was it?
They had Michael Walden, Andy Roberts, Colin Craft,
Andy
Patrick
Roberts.
Patterson, and those guys.
Yeah, no man. After they make a rule, one bouncer put over per batsman, After they hit me all over the place in Australia, So
Mm.
West Indies, they will change up the rules to hold on West Indies.
Yeah, see, somebody said, Roblox said, yeah, Nagamoto, he played a couple of games for West Indies.
Yes.
He wasn't really top class. He wasn't really top class. But he did his thing.
Since I started watching cricket, I never understand the pitching outside like Carl
Yeah, that where it come from.
going on to hit stumps.
Yeah, that where it came from. They invent that because they could not bat our mystery spinners. Valentine and Ramadan and them fellas used to tie them up like crab. And so the only way for them to defeat us, they change the rule. You can't get LBW outside the leg. You understand?
Well, and somebody said the great Marlon Samuels. Mention the man, no man. Yeah, Marlon Samuels is classy. We were talking about him earlier on,
Exactly.
and we were saying that he probably left the game 1 or 2 years a little bit too early. But when Sir Ian asked, I saw Marlon Samuels live, but when Sir Ian asked, I was looking for probably the best. And not because he's from Jamaica, I won't say he's the best, he's the most classical player that I would have seen.
I didn't say he's the most. I would even put Carl Hooper above him as far as class, not necessarily overall performance. But when you see a batsman and when you watch you want to watch them for the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah, bat close to pad, bat straight, elbows
Yeah,
cut.
man, he was technically correct.
Yeah, everything, boy. And that's why we
He was
thought he
technically,
was
but Marlon was actually good enough. He was actually good, very good.
very
Yeah,
sweet.
he was good. It's
Not the
just that,
sweetest, but he was sweet. He was the sweetest.
yeah, he did his thing.
And you know the sweetness when he run on Lara too, I get a little, you know what I mean? When he run on Lara.
Yeah, I think it was in 2007 when Lara got run out for what, 18.
You go that try that get vexed, though. You go that try
How that name, how he got that name, Batting Manual, you know. I remember when he had an eye issue. I think he got hit in the eye. I think it was Malinga that hit him in the eye. I think he was pulling a ball and got hit in the eye. And he left the international scene for a while and was doing some work regionally. I have told this story before, but as I look too close, I just don't finish with it. He was scoring a lot of runs in Jamaica, and you know he scored some runs. I think he scored a triple century in a game down at St. Elizabeth. And the next thing I heard was that he was saying that the guys were calling him the batting manuals. So when they asked him which guys, he was saying that the guys in the region, they were calling him the batting manual. So I guess that is how the name batting manual came by. And I never forget it. But he was definitely good on his day.
Would you consider Ricky Ponting aggressive or classical?
You could say both. You could say both. He was a classical batsman. He had his time, but he was definitely he could go on the aggressive side. That man would pull the ball on the front foot. That man would pull the ball on the front foot.
He was textbook.
Yeah, he was good. He was definitely good, but he could up it. He could up it.
Yeah, I one of my greatest back. Well, as far as technique and my
Yes.
but this fella called Jeff Boycott.
Yeah, Jeff Boycott. Yeah.
I always love to see he was very brave. They used to hit him
Very
all over.
motivating.
He used to real pad up, but he was very correct in his technique. Yeah, you could learn from him. He's very correct. Bat close to pad, straight drive. And this is the kind of things I like to see. You know?
Yeah, that is technique. I think I'm not saying he's the only bowler, but the only one I can remember right now to rough up Ricky Ponting would have been Kemar Roach when he was firing. I remember Kemar Roach had a couple of spells to Ricky Ponting, and man, he was hitting him all over the place and getting him out and all of that. But you could say that Roach was in the prime of his career while Ricky Ponting was close to finishing up. But Ponting was extremely good. He was extremely good.
But they pass too fast, boy. I mean, Australians just have some cricketers that just pass through the thing.
Yeah, even Michael Clark, the guy that captained after Ricky Ponting, Michael Clark wasn't too bad either. He had a good career.
Yeah, but like there's roll them over fast. Apparently, there's leave cricket at a younger age in Australia. There's retire early.
Yeah, I think it's changing now. Back when those guys were playing, people thought that once you reach 32, 33, you had to retire. But people going up now. People going up further and further. Right. But before I go, I'm not sure if anybody outside of the group have any contact with Contact 20. I haven't seen him in a couple of days now. I just wondering if he's okay. I haven't seen him on the live. Don't see him commenting, and usually that man don't miss anything. So I'm hoping he's okay. Probably he's well. Maybe he's well tuned into the IPL. But I just running a check. If anybody has
any KKR games? Have you watched any KKR games?
Bits and pieces. I've seen. I don't watch a full game.
For some reason, I keep pausing my TV, going back, looking at Nara in action. Nara looks, as soon as he goes over, he just pelts the ball. For some reason, I don't know why.
Well, boy, if
you see that right there? They would say, "Oh, opening up a can of worms."
Yeah.
You see, we know that story too well. We know that story too well. Here I can tell you. And as I go and put it this way, some players prefer to play franchise cricket that is not heavily guarded by ICC as international cricket. I will put it that way here.
Right? You know, I will put it. And I'm going to tell you how I will put it. Some people, because I watch the bowling action, Narayan already pelted because your elbow could be bent up to a certain angle, right? So, yes, your elbow will be bent, but once it doesn't exceed, and he went all his tests and so on. Sometimes a bowler, his wrist might do something in the air, even pace bowlers, and you will see the wrist chuck, and it will look like they're pelting, but that is legal. Your wrist
You
could
see,
be, right?
you see that,
Contact 20 is in the comments as Supernova 22.
oh, he's there. Okay, I was wondering if he was good. All right, contact. I was worried if you're good, but all right, good.
Contact was there, by the way, when I and my boy here was having about out in the match now. When you were there, Contact was there, remember? When you were seeing the comments? When we was talking about the silver, how slow he batting and all that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no.
No, the last match when you was talking about during the test match.
When I said
Oh.
the silver needed to press on.
Contact was there.
Oh, yeah, man, he was there, but I'm saying the last couple of videos that I did, like, I think this morning, yesterday, and then since evening,
Right.
live.
But let me tell you something.
But,
He renamed himself.
You see this
but as I said, Sir Ian, that's why I don't want to call it out, because I know there's a certain level, there's a certain degree that the elbow is allowed to bend to. Similarly to when a lot of persons were saying Merlitaran was pelting, and they allowed him to put on the steel thing
yes.
to show. But some of these guys, you look like they're pelting. The wrist thing that you're talking about now, somebody like a Dale Stein, a Shine Sharp Freddy, they have that snappy thing that will let it look like they're pelting. But Narayan action look away, man. Narayan action look away.
But I want to tell you something. You ever notice it always a cricketer who threatening the status quo? Like for instance, if it's not Narayan, you're calling Militaran. You call him Militaran. Militaran today not have the highest record of wickets. What I'm saying then, somehow the powers that be always looking at these lesser, when I say lesser nations as far as ICC, but they don't be watching their own players, how them players, it have a man from Australia pelting the ball sideways. All kind of nonsense. They don't see that, right? So I am saying it have a political thing behind it. They try to destroy. Do you know in the history, this same Militaran, do you know even when ICC claim Australia umpires call him over and over for pelting?
Well, hold on, you're talking Merlitaran, the spinner, or Lasif Malinga?
The Militaran is spinner.
Oh, Well, remember Australia behave as if they are the overseers of cricket.
So it shows it's political. They call him, and it had a whole big, Google it and check it out. It had a whole big confusion. And so look at the now, who have the most amount of test wickets in history? He has about
Merlitaran has it, man.
But anytime you see someone come out who is not looking a certain way, they always look to find error when they're very good. You understand? When they're very good, so Narayan is the problem because Narayan making all of them look stupid. Militaran is the problem. You understand? They all when I say here, some Australian bowler get called.
You see, the thing is usually the half spinners, because leg spinners won't be able to pelt the ball, because of their action. So you find the half spinners usually get caught. So that's why you see people like Narayan and Merlitaran and a couple of them.
I see the one he wrist looking like he pelted, who come down here. The one who was the spinner who was holding down one set of overs over and over the one who hold on a whole end in this last test series with West Indies.
Jack Leach?
Leach? You watch Leach action?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not a leg spinner, so those guys are probably going to pelt one or two in between. So that's why I'm saying if you look through the history, it's always the half spinners that get called are left arm orthodox. Anybody bowling leg spin that you can't pelt the ball if you're bowling leg spin.
Right. Well, the point is he wasn't looking so wholesome. And I am saying they'll never call them fellas because at the end of the day, it always a fight against the powers that be who are accustomed to control the cricket. And you're young and even Lara, why you feel Lara wanted to retire early? right? A young lad, because once at the bacchanal in London and once at the shippiness they're saying about him and all kind of thing and trying to fight to destroy Lara. I mean, and he was retiring early in his career, yeah.
People talk foolish this man. Once man come and bat and perform, that's the thing. But
plenty politics, brother. Plenty politics. They don't want to be happening. When a man like Lara came up, you see, I know things. I wouldn't say, but what I'm saying is, I can tell you that when you see things reach England and London and these places, and some little thing happen and they blow it out of proportion, and there's a big thing. Brian Lara, so and so, and you see it front page and all kind of thing.
Because controversy sells still, you know.
Yeah,
controversy sells.
But it destroy people too.
Yeah, it does. You know?
So that'll be careful. But we can leave it like that. I want to say no more on that.
Yeah.
Thank God he survived. What I thought I would say.
Yeah. But we're going to leave it right here for tonight, you know, guys. We're going to definitely leave it right here. So that close to 3 hours was your time. Now it is time for the wife, all right? So we'll leave it right here for tonight.
And that's before you run. England or Australia? Women's World Cup.
You see, it's two teams that I don't like, but based on the performances that I have seen thus far, I think Australia are going to take it. Australia batting is too good. I think they're going to take it.
Australia and another league.
Yeah, I think they're going to take it.
Is that tonight by any chance?
Starts in 15 minutes.
Yeah, man, it starts in the next couple of minutes.
I'm going on taking that.
All right, so as usual, Sir Ian Sachin, thank you guys for coming on and keeping my company. The others that were on got kicked off, Marlon and Lovins. Thank you guys for coming on. To those in the comment section, I see Mr. Lover, Sheldon, and a few more. Totally appreciate it, guys. You know, we're going to leave it right here for tonight. We're going to take a look at the females playing, and I'll probably do a video tomorrow morning talking about it. So that is it, guys. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. See? You got to say.
All right, boss.